Pakai reaktif tuh begini. Agar buka reaktif tuh begini. Halo, 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 halo. Input capture. Waduh. Bisa sih. Detek angin gue sih parah banget ya. Kalau udah gitu, ya masukkan deskripsinya. Ya udah. Tes tes 1 2 3. Tes tes 1 2 3.
See it. Seconds left. Can you pick up the pieces? Can you make something of it? But a spike is out of your grasp. Asuna. He's low here. Just a jiggle, bait in the shots through the box. Weak enough. Fozzy, though, eventually traded. Now it's up to John in a 1v3.
Ya Allah, udah tinggal sendiri lagi. Ayo, Con. Kanan, kanan. Aduh. Yuk. Sayo. Yuk, bisa yuk. Let's go, boys.
7-1 right now, shuts down John QT, who was a juggernaut. Look at this play though from Vora.
Gila, Vora sih. Apa ya? Ada bang Iya, di MVP ada bang.
He found the perfect timing to delete Joan and spin back to those other people trying to flood into his site. Great anchoring.
Ada bang, ada mantan ex Sentinel gitu.
Set their sights over towards C. Barrage at the same time, looking for a bit of a split in here.
First time we're seeing bang anchor, which means paranoia to stop these players.
Thrown in spot Asuna though, he's looking to hunt down Jerwin. Rifle in
Nice banget. Aduh.
Instantly on it.
Gue baru bilang nice tuh. Nice, Redux. Kanan, gue speak. Kenapa lompat-lompat sih? Ngapain lompat-lompat itu? Kortel lompat-lompat aja. Nice, John. Smoke. Redux jaga long aja nggak sih? Oke, Redux dong. Tetap. Dia dulu di situ. Aduh.
Redux lows anything, sitting towards the back here. Oh my, Cryo beaming, locking on. Jonah P, one shock dart, already defused, going to be kicking in, and Odin in his hands. What can he do from this spot? Damage done. Vora, it's a tap. He wants to pull Jonah P out into the open. Time. Vora down to the wire.
Aduh, udah half soalnya.
Claims it in the end.
Oh my god.
And Vora comes away with it. That's 2 rounds back to back, where he has been the important player for 100 Thieves. Great performance there. This is in a 2v3 disadvantaged situation that they brawl back in, and the SEN players not really working off each other's contact. Redux was 8 HP. I would expect him to be the player taking the contact and then John to swing off, but John was on an off angle, missed his shot, and basically everyone just plays their ones in that situation.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of evidence there that Sentinels have had a lot of scrim time with this full roster. Imagine they would still be practicing with German, but...
Yeah, you see Vora's positioning all the way back in spawn at this point.
Yeah.
He's looking to play off his ultimate if this is a pop into the B site. Trip gets broken early, so Vora's going to be on high alert.
Profesor mau jadi Nico. Profesor mau jadi Brauk kan. Bro ingin menjadi Brauk.
Here will break that. Pretty important to do so. Keeping 100 Thieves guessing.
Pagi sekali coba bang, audionya nggak ada. Iya bang. Masa sih nggak ada? In game sono udah gue nyalain soalnya. Ini udah ada audionya nih. Ada nggak bang sekarang bang? Ada tidak bang audionya bang? Ini game sono udah gue nyalain padahal. Output aja kali ya. Nggak ada, ya udah. Output aja bentar. Udah nggak sekarang? Outputnya udah nyala nih.
Massive player
Cool banget ya. Output aja nih, outputnya.
Yeah, he could absolutely be destroying them here, but it's spotted out by Cryer. They're already giving it up. They want to try and go for the save here, knowing though that their exits blocked off.
Ada nggak bang sekarang bang?
On the line here to see if he can play the rest of his team in, but more that came from Cryer.
Selalu angle-nya kalah, Forte kayak gitu.
Battering his way through, all just
Ada
to
nggak
keep the
bang
guns
sekarang bang?
alive.
Both of these Sentinel players, very strong aimers, but I think Cortesio will be very happy about that one. Gets a kill, gets a death, lockdown online. Another tool for IGL John Cutie to play around here.
Ah, ada, oke.
And I think SEN have been doing a great job about getting into these sites. They've been in an enormously
Roster
large
baru
amount
nih
of
bang,
post-map
masih
positions, and
kesusahan
that's how
bang,
you win
roster
rounds on
baru.
the
Tim
attack.
gue lagi terpuruk. Gimana ya?
John even
Tadi
with
apa?
a funky
Tadi
play
pagi
there,
sekali
pitching
cok. Oh
in
iya
to
cok,
create
pagi
pressure
ini kan.
B as his team's going out.
Tadi kru lawan apa tadi kru? Kru lawan
It's not a bad idea from Timotino either,
apa
but
tadi?
he
Kru
just
lawan
doesn't quite think
energi
about the
tadi,
close
energi
line.
kalah. Kru menang 2-0. Kru
The
lagi
only
galak
spot where
banget
John could
anjir.
be, where he gets the kill on Timotino before he gets flashed.
Ada old player yang
Yes,
balik,
not
soalnya
very
ada Sadak.
Yeah.
Tuh, tai banget tuh orang.
Solid position though for Sentinels.
Mata jereng
Into this
tapi
matchup,
main
zooming
jago
into
aja.
Matino. Molly.
Kayak Bro Cahyo kalau di mole.
Gap there, lands onto little box.
I think he's hoping to hear the deployment of the turret
Yeah,
on that headshot box.
Catch the player lurking there maybe.
Yeah, and it's
Woi, naik
supposed to
buat
catch
gua nyala
Cortesio.
cuy, let's go.
They're going to walk all the way up to the camera. Spotting that contact, trips as well in front of
Naik
him,
buat
but
gua
it's going to be
nyala
broken instantly.
jir.
Dart towards the
Welcome
back,
naik buat.
Jerwin. Again leading that charge for the rest of his team. Backside control, still there for 100
Banget, Bang,
Thieves,
ya,
but
Bang.
the second wave of things, Hunter's
Aman, Bang.
Fury,
Thank you,
forward
Bang.
with the flash.
Kagak ada yang
A
kena
whole
tuh.
bunch of players collected. Oh, what a shot by Cortesio. And the overdrive pops up in the hands of Jerwin. Enough to seal
Kasih
the
bang.
deal.
Kalau mau cabut aja bang, apa bang, aman aja.
Dominance
Gua cuma
from
gabut aja
Sentinels
nih.
there. Just controlling
Nontonin
that
tim
front
gue
portion
yang
of
lagi
the site.
terpuruk.
They're even going to optimize in this spot. Give the plant over to Jonah P. Get closer
Kan
to
kalau
that
kalian
Hunter's
naik buat
Fury.
gini kan, jadi gue nggak begitu pusing-pusing ya.
The game plan from 100
Nah.
Thieves is pretty simple, right? They're going to try to
Takonya
anchor heavily
masuk
with
ya kan.
Cryo.
Kan kayak gitu
Timotino comes
enak
in
ya.
to provide support.
Deskripsi gue
And
kagak
then
ada juga
as Vora
biarin.
uses his Silver Ultimate, you flash with it, and
Sumpah
in
dah,
theory, Timo can
lu masih ada
mop
nggak?
up
Sumpah
some
lu
kills.
kudu
Cryo can dive inside of
bantuin
the
gue
smoke
kayaknya
and
dah.
play aggressive. Cryo
Jadi
actually
kan
didn't push with
stream key
Timotino,
gue tuh
so that I
defaultnya
think
ada
is something
satu,
that 100 Thieves are
cuman
going to work on.
deskripsi
But
ada,
also Timo
semua
just
ada
kind of
gitu
missed
kan.
a bunch of the shots.
Tapi
Sentinels
kalau
were all
giliran
jumping
gue
around,
ganti
movements
stream
really
title
difficult to
tuh,
hit, and
di OBS,
counter spamming against him.
Dia nggak mau, jadi deskripsinya malah
Avora's
hilang.
been
Tuh gue bingung tuh asli dah kenapa.
struggling for money this entire half.
Yeah.
And he's
Harus
still only
diapain, gua nggak
got
ngerti.
300 credits to his name.
You would like to keep the gun.
Yeah, this one's expensive.
For Sentinels, though, they don't have to worry about that one. Business is booming. They are perfectly happy to throw themselves against Vora to see if they can take that gun out of their hands. So far, it is looking pretty close to perfection for Sentinels.
It's really clean.
Yeah.
It's quite a slow, controlled game that John is calling. And
Is that earlier play?
giving them a lot of time to be able to work on the small details. John has got some really good counter spam there, and he was playing anti-flash. But I think, you know, 100 Thieves don't play that perfectly. I'd like Cryo to be a bit more connected with the play.
Sure. Money getting knocked again for 100 Thieves. Put Sentinels once more. Pretty good spot here. Opting into the Outlaw. Again, Jerwin tracking the money. He knows what's up. Adjustments across the board with the setup. There's no quite, not like an eco stack on the side of 100 Thieves here. They are still spread out.
Yeah, previous eco round, they were looking to gamble.
Wow, what a
This
shot by
round.
Trentino. Okay.
Lurus banget
Yeah, takes
anjing
his one,
Sheriffnya
gets out as
cok.
well, so
Dari
doesn't
segi gitu gimana ya?
In fact, he's going back towards A long. Stop though. Spots out Jerwin, and he hears that shot too with the Outlaw. Noted. You're going to pump your ult around like this? Okay. Going to go for it. Doesn't seem like the best value in the world.
The Phoenix ults from Timo have been a little shocking, actually, in this half so far.
Keep drawing, 45 seconds left. Sentinels, they don't really have pivot options here. Has to land over towards A, and that's exactly where 100 Thieves are. Molly is actually perfect timing onto that one. This is a lockdown that was primed by Cortez. He's looking to try and take this one entirely, but they are smoked off. Overdrive popped off. 100 Thieves are opting in entirely here. Abundance of ults and util being used to see if we can clear these players out, but Cortez here holds it back. Still alive here now with the rifles. You can swing through and take these fights together. Chip down. Down to absolutely nothing at all, but Redux takes matters into his own hands, steps forwards, bang, and Cryo are there. Time, spike drop down, lockdown will have to be respected. Waiting out the wall, 8 seconds remaining. And the plant down, surely Cortez here safe in a position like this. Tucked tight. So breathing room forward, but still the damage done. These players are weak. Bang. What's that high ground? Reveals his position. Jerwin is healthy. He might have to be the player to put a stop to all of this.
Langsung aja segini loh. Cakep banget. Cakep banget.
Yeah, Cortez here.
Jerwin.
And Jerwin make sure to shut it all down.
Well, they make Sentinels sweat, but again, controlled actually, even in the chaos. They had to go towards A. It was the stacked site, but Redux swinging through.
Mantap.
He manages to mitigate some of that enormous pressure that Cortez was under.
Kan gitu baru
Cortez
main ya.
combines with Jerwin to close out the round. Better weapons, obviously. 100 Thieves invest a couple of ultimates too. The Timo one we were talking about ended up actually, you know, maybe buying some time. You could argue that it put them into a winnable position, but Asner also popped the overdrive when things looked like they might be able to win just based on the clock. Don't mind it, but didn't work, and it's now going to set them back again as SEN. This next rifle round coming up is an opportunity for Sentinels to completely run away with this half. They're 6-3. If they get this, they're going to start chaining up to some more ults. They're going to start knocking the 100 Thieves economy back down again.
Yeah.
And they're just going to run away with things. This is desperation for 100 Thieves, and that's why they've used their second timeout of the half already, of the map already.
Yep. For Sentinels, though, gotta say as well, given all the pressure that's on these players' shoulders, whether you think it's valid or not, they are performing well underneath all of it. You've got to imagine, off the back of that performance last week, you know, Jerwin coming in, he's got the world on his shoulders essentially to perform, but the whole team doing well.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're looking nicely structured, like they've got a good system. They all understand what their role is. I like the idea of putting Redux onto the Omen as well, because he's the second guy in here, really, isn't he? I mean, I hesitate to say it, but he's your aggressive tens-esque Omen player behind Jerwin, right? Where he's...
They yearn for tens on a roster.
Oh, little set play here. Looking to try to punish Vora early with the paranoia.
Yeah, they are, but the rest of the pack is not really with this one. This is all fake pressure by Jerwin, looking to see if he can pull as many players as possible, while the rest of them go over towards that C site, but...
That's a crazy cook of a round.
It is. Shut down in a moment. It has gone a little bit topsy-turvy. Jerwin has a lot of space, but he doesn't know where these players could be in Cryo. That's good to account for that one. Ult immediately ripped off. to get more of a semblance of what's
Nggak,
going on
kenapa
in this
pada misah
round.
gitu dah?
They're going to look to salvage things by
Yang
ending up
satu
towards
masuk
B.
udah
Pressure's
sampai
on
ke C.
Asuna.
Yeah, certainly is. Wall up.
Dia TP tuh ke dalam
That's
tuh,
fine,
lihat kan?
JP
Lihat tuh
steps
dia itu TP
forwards.
ke dalam tuh kayaknya tuh.
Be that first one in.
Udah sampai situ. Yang satu lagi udah sampai A
Pausing around
juga.
just to see if they can bait something
Tukar
out of
satu.
100
Yang
Thieves,
C kagak tukar
send that
satu.
to make a play.
Pixel angle, Asuna just plucks Jonah P straight out the picture. Jonah P, John QT, I should say, also going to be caught out there.
I think this round is a nice idea for Sentinels coming out of the tactical timeout. Throw something weird, something different, something fast. Knock off the tempo the 100 Thieves are expecting.
Yeah.
It just didn't work. I mean, the set play
Ya
itself,
udah lah ya, tinggal forte doang, nggak ada apa-apa
into
Jin.
this corner at the very beginning, and then you get a deep paranoia to try to punish in, and then your Omen goes and teleports across to the C site. They were cooking this round. This round, the coaches drew up something
Windownya
crazy.
Mas Korte, windownya Mas Korte.
Yeah. Gonna try and find access to the C site. It is open, but in a 1v4, he would need a miracle. He'd need mistakes to be made here already. Blinded up. The protocol's in place here, so 100 Thieves win the round out critically, not losing too many players, 4 alive.
Yeah. And that's a really important one for 100 Thieves to put on the board, because it now means that their economy is going to be good for the rest of the half, what remains anyway. You know, there were still chances there, even when the round had gone askew. If Joen had been able to make a little more of his insert position at Graffiti. Either way.
Much better, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, you're not going to get a round like that again, though. You know, that is not repeatable for 100 Thieves, because SEN are not going to be running set plays out of their strat book over and over and over again to end the half. Yeah. I can't imagine when they've been having so much success playing the slower default game.
100 Thieves still looking to cook up something. There's a flash held out here to Matino. Maybe just looking to use that one off a couple of sound cues. But the timer ticks down regardless. Joen making presence. Shock darts across the map there. That's going to clear that trip in front B.
100 Thieves have already put 2 bodies, though, in this area. And Timo goes re-exploring, so they know now, especially with the drone, that things are ending towards A. Timo might have a timing, but there's a turret at his back.
Yeah, there is. Whole team, though. Sentinel's going to be keeping their eyes trained on this A site now, but they've got to try and dissect most of this site up. The smoke's already causing issues for them. Cryo trying to dominate it out. Yuri! Oh, what a position! Jonah P clears through 2 of them. Cryo eventually locked up towards the end. Timotino trying to activate onto the flank. Past the turret. They have to be aware of this one here. Plant fallback site, knowing that the flank is compromised. Timotino, the flash and crossfire setup is there. Jonah P, what a round.
Triple kill for him with a beautiful ultimate. He might be in a different jersey, but don't forget the name. This guy is one of the best players on supportive roles that we have in Americas. He was phenomenal in previous years, setting up that G2 squad. And I think he's been critical for them today as well, just in terms of his info there with a big round.
It is big as well for Jonah P, shaking off that previous map that we saw. There's one more round left to play for. Listen, it's not a halftime just yet. Still got one more. Let's not cut it off too early.
They're willing to call it on 100 Thieves already. It's crazy. Give them one more chance at least.
Kenapa halftime? What the fuck?
7-4 here, as we are pretty close to ending the half. 100 Thieves running a similar defensive setup where only Bag is at home, but Timotino can come and help. I like Bag as an anchor player. I think he would be able to hold on to any C pressure. But look, it does feel like SEN have got their run of this area of the map. They don't feel under that much pressure walking towards grass and mid.
And Haven can be a playground for IGLs. Working them out, picking apart the util, shots through the door. Kena tuh dikit. Narrowly escaping death.
And all of this pressure towards mid, towards garage. And SEN are just walking down A long.
Gue sekarang lagi males ngeliatin Odin daripada Jazz. Hatmada main Jazz, Davi main Jazz.
Teams are leaving a lot of space here for SEN to do what they want. Run fakes.
Second weapon lu sekarang kalau beli udah bukan beli kayak
moving over towards A. But I think they sniffed it out now. It's not
Stinger masih
aiming caught out into the open.
Spectre nggak mungkin dibeli.
Claim that kill.
Beli nggak mungkin
try get that plant off, but he's twice against it. The shots through into that smoke. John QT opening up towards the A site. Potentially giving that pivot option again, but drifted in and out of the smoke. Asuna eventually capturing his sight lines onto Jonas.
They're all taking kill the lurker!
There's no time at all. Running back through to Matino. He can stay his ground here. Rest of the team following up. 100 Thieves get that fifth round to make it a little bit more even.
What a crazy situation. Great scenario for 100 Thieves to be pivot, to be agile. Timatino finally gets some big value out of an ultimate there towards the end as well. But that was a struggle of a half. And Sentinels come away with 7 big ones, mostly powered up. If you think all the way back from that second round force, it made a massive difference to their chances.
Tim yang atom stream kayak mabok kayaknya.
Bang seems happy with their recovery.
Orang masih 7-4 kenapa tiba-tiba ada halftime? Tapi siapa yang tamat tadi? Gue sisinya di merah kan, tapi
Thank you so much, Brennan Sideshow. And yes, I'm here in the co-stream booth. Some very special guests. It's Meili and Josh Secchi here joining me. Yes, give it up for both of them. You were talking a bit earlier. This is your first time in the Riot Games arena. Talk to me. What is it, the environment with the SEN fans and the 100 Thieves fans? This is the cloud match of North America.
Yeah. It's very hype and exciting here. Hearing everyone cheer, just like being actually here to just hear the crowd is very different than experiencing it at home.
Now, some people at home might be recognizing you because when Mix was released, you were part of that content release, but we haven't seen him really a lot in competitive Valorant. Does that make you feel some kind of way? Do you miss him? Do you wish he was here?
Well, I didn't really picture him in, I guess, pro play as much, because I feel like he's very crazy and calm, you know? So, I mean, I think it'd be cool to see it incorporated in a pro, but I don't know how that would work, to be honest.
Well, challenge for the teams out there. Now, Josh Secchi, congratulations on hitting Immortal recently. We love to see it. Yes, give it up for Josh for getting that done. That's something I haven't done. But, I mean, talk to me about being here in the Riot Games arena, because you said this is your first time co-streaming here.
Yeah, I've played in show matches. I've been here a bunch. I've done a lot of activations with Riot, but I've never co-streamed. And I always love being at the venue because of the energy and just like everyone's so high. Woo!
Now, since you hit Immortal, can we see you playing anytime in Tier 2, Tier 3, even Tier 1?
Definitely not. I don't know about that, but yeah, hitting Immortal was pretty fun. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Everyone get up for Meili and Josh Secchi one more time, but we have a very tight game to get back to, so I'm going to send it back to Brendan Sideshow.
Let's get to it. This is heating up between these two teams, isn't it? 7-5, 100 Thieves. They managed to recover quite well, despite, they won the pistol, but losing the follow-up often ends up being worse for that team. Sentinels definitely ran with it. They ran with all the advantages they had.
But still to be able to put 5 up on the board, really not bad. You can see why Bang was happy about the recovery of the squad.
Yeah.
Being able to put rounds 10 and 12 up there have helped their chances enormously. And I mean, you can see it on screen right now, the pistol round win rates. It's early, it's a tiny sample size, but hasn't looked great from SEN.
See them, 100 Thieves.
Funky little spot.
Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, a little pocket to play in.
Got to expect that 100 Thieves would be wary of that, though.
Across the map, though, they sent their sights over towards B for now. Farmbot's going to be broken. Already making moves all the way through, spotting out some presence. John QT. You have to peel back a little bit now into the B plant. There's no real pushback as they just lay claim to that link area. Sentinel's perfectly happy to give them space. How do they play the retake now on Molly to try and at least clear the way? Out on a flash through. There's multiple layers on top of this. 100 Thieves are making it really uncomfortable for Sentinels. Not letting them get into a position where they can play that retake, but they're already flooding through with the right reaction. Onto the site now. Tap. Again, looking for the signs of life, but as that smoke blooms, there was just a tiny windows of opportunity. Vora capitalizes straight away. Still taking up residency in this smoke, and time is now ticking. Being pulled out, glide to the side. Nice shots by Redux. Single-handedly, and they know where Vora was from earlier.
That's raw individual skill taking it across the line from SEN. 100 Thieves cooked up a brilliant pistol. They go over towards B, double flash Paranoia and Phoenix Flash to go and take some garage control afterwards. Cryo's in the perfect position to mop up any people trying to fight the C connector players. Yeah. And then you have 2 players just left alive for SEN who decide, well, what if we just shoot them? what if we just kill them and win the retake? And you're not going to get a force on the side of 100 Thieves. So this will be a prime opportunity for Sentinels to start getting something going. And Joe in picking up the Outlaw again. Already saw him with some success with that weapon.
Yeah, deep smoke. Propped up towards C long. Clear game plan by 100 Thieves. Probably going to be trying to build up to the ults. Yeah, Timotino. Let's try and get that Phoenix ult online.
You're expecting 100 Thieves comp to be doing a C default, or at least a C beginning default to start a lot of these rounds, which means Joan should be able to get onto this line more easily than you might expect.
Yeah.
Then again, though, you don't want to go walkabouts too deep.
Too deep, and you're holding the wrong line. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to get themselves into the seaside here. Cortezia just trying to backpedal. Cryo taking them out. It's Cortezia, though, still towards the back of that side, and guess what? Reinforcements arriving. Clean sweep, essentially. It's only Cryo left to stand. He did pick up that gun, but spiked out of his reach.
I mean, you know that he has an outlaw, so got a couple of players here that would die in one shot that don't really want to take this fight.
No, Cortezia and Jonah P probably not going to be the ones trying to peek.
Those are actually the two players most likely to take contact from C long, though. Could get expensive.
Yeah, it could. 35 seconds left. Off angle for Jonah P. It's going to be offered up onto the table here, but does take out Cryo. Navigates the danger well.
Yeah, very well controlled by Sentinels. Been saying that for the whole game, basically. You put the outlaw back in the hands of Joe. So gotta be full armor from 100 Thieves here. Especially when you're on the attack side, you just cannot afford to be walking into Joe.
Yeah.
So many spots around the map that the neon op.
Ooh, I'm faster, Cryo. Sheesh.
The neon op and the neon outlaw can rotate around in tons of different spaces. Here, German looking to take it over towards C.
Yeah. Deep cam. Just 100 Thieves looking for a bit of control over towards A, over towards Raj. Poking, prodding Asuna. Feeling like he has to probably do quite a bit in this spot. He's currently sitting at 5 and 12.
Very different Viper wall here being used by John.
Yeah. Cutting it across, Joe. Okay, Joe. Decapitating Vora on the cross.
Yeah, it turns out you can buy full armor all you like.
Doesn't really matter though. Still, they're going to look to lay claim once more to that garage control. Posturing, taking control. Deep wall as well onto B. Cryo.
Where's that going?
Yeah. It goes into lobby.
He's a pinball wizard.
Yeah. And I was thinking might give some fake information, but honestly, with the judge, you're going to be favored. Yeah. So, Redux. Happy to put a stop to that one. Even takes up residency into this. He's got to be aware. Cryo had all that space, probably calling for the rotations already. Picks up the gun, though. He's made noise. Uh-oh. They're aware of it. Flash through! Snaps to the side. By chance, whatever you want to call it, Anti works out for him. Insane mechanics to get that one. Bang and Asuna. Plant is down, yes, but massive player disadvantage against Sentinel's bonus here.
He's pretty difficult to retake with lighter weaponry. But yeah, you're right. Huge player advantage.
I'm going to see Jerwin immediately putting that wall up. Paranoia is going to be sent loose nice and early. Asuna dropped. Bang. He's got to do it all from a spot like this. But how do you contest with that? Sentinels converting the bonus.
And you're getting to see some of the flavor from this new guy, right? You're getting to see how he wants to pilot the Neon, how he wants to run it. Is he, is he a scopes merchant? Well, he can certainly use them. Yeah. Is he down to use his movement abilities to play in his teammates? Absolutely.
Nice!
It's a nice mixture, and there's Ewok happy with things. 100 Thieves are now in a very tough spot.
What do you even do with the money?
This opening game, a reminder that 100 Thieves picked this map, by the way. They're normally really happy to play Haven.
Sentinels would have had a VOD to review 100 Thieves gameplay. Sometimes I can work against you. Deep Molly. Stun's going to be used to reciprocate immediately with that Paranoia as well. Jerwin already walking up. Snappy with a second shot, and the team's got his back.
Love this idea.
Well trained.
Really nice to throw in an A-lobby crunch every now and then. They know that Cryo took deep contact over towards A-long. And now they're just trying to bully 100 Thieves and make them fear taking this area at the start of the round.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be proactive on your Haven defenses in the current meta. You can't just sit back all the time.
Cryo just with a stinger. Let's take out Jerwin, but there's plenty more action where that came from. Sentinels, they know the spike's down here. Deep dart, just attack. Redux, he is revealed, but again, the weaponry differential plays a part, and Redux happy to, once more, mop up towards the end. 11 rounds now for Sentinels.
If you're a SEN fan, I think you can be really happy about the overall vision of this team that they're showcasing today, right? They have a clear idea of how they want to play on Haven. And from the coaching staff down to the IGL and the more veteran players on Jonah, for example, like they are executing their idea of how they want to play here. They're the ones in control of the tempo. They're the ones that are putting the pressure on 100 Thieves constantly. And it's on 100 Thieves to answer. Teemo, one away from getting his ult online. You might expect them to go for the C default again, pick up an orb. But instead they're looking to control any level of a walk down mid. And they're going to hear this op ringing out in short.
100 Thieves very happy to not move into that direction, but as the alarm bot is popped off, they hear that grass pressure. Hunter's Fury, Jonah P. Gone fishing. No tags really, just a bit of damage onto Bang.
The defensive protocols though, looking decent.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Flame wall.
Breaks it.
Yeah, doing damage to the turret.
Yeah, that's cool.
He was using the wall earlier to try to break the lockdown. I mean, you see it
You can do it,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see it with people breaking chamber tribs, breaking tribs from the Cypher as well.
That's pretty good for it.
All right, do we see Teemo play for the orb over here? Or do they want to play quietly and not give away to John?
They might want to walk all the way up as much as they possibly can. A lot of the util being cleared out. Now, steadily forwards up onto Plat. John QT was very much alone at running back his way out into the open, but no one else is going to be home here. Sen will group up here, look to try and play this retake, but 4v5 and you have an operator in Jerwin's hands does make it difficult.
Yeah, very tough. Should be 100 Thieves to take.
Truck darts flash forwards, actually didn't even connect still. Cryo is able to contain and contest towards Garage, making it really quite uncomfortable. Got to see an instant trade out. Still that Odin, Jonah, and Redux are doing it all. Cryo, 1v2 now for him. Smoke propped up, diffuse already half on the board. Redux is sticking this one. Jonah P, swinging out, spraying down. It's barely salvaged by Cryo.
Cryo comes away with the Red Bull clutch, but I think if anything, it's just going to be beads of sweat, relief from 100 Thieves that they pulled that one across the line. They had themselves into a post-plant situation, players up, got to squeeze into Garage, everything is looking good. 3v5 and Sen somehow get it into a 2v1 with a smoke on the spike for the defuse.
Was taking heroics from Cryo.
Yeah, Jonah gets baited a little bit into thinking that Cryo is pushing the smoke. But, you know, either way, that is way too close. Got to be able to close those rounds out cleaner, especially if you want to draw this back up to level.
Sentinels. Pressure's still going to be up to them in a position like this. 100 Thieves are looking to apply a little bit more. Seeing where it hurts, Cortesia. Just squares up, takes the fight straight up. It's a difficult one to win out, TP. Reinforcements arriving over towards the seaside. You've got the entire team, essentially, over there, whilst you've lost control over towards B.
Yeah, this is nice from Bang, taking in the midst of the chaos space that he'll be able to play his team into, but he's waiting for a smoke to come back online. There it is, blocks off the C connector. Vora can look to play for the plant.
Yeah.
Could actually get spammed a little bit there from the A connector, but he gets away with it. No one there, no one home.
I'm worried about it. Immediately stepping inside, and 100 Thieves did this before. Let's see if they're ready for it. Flash connects, 100 Thieves again fighting forwards. Tooth and nail, trying to really take this away. This man for the wall. Redux! Twisting and turning, maybe just hearing that pressure from Cryo. And 100 Thieves now, from the brink, they managed to scramble it together. It's a 4v5 spot, a really difficult one, but somehow piecing it.
Credit to Bang for that one, I think.
Yeah.
To be able to have the presence of mind to take that space and just hold it, secure it for the team. And I like this protocol that they've got of pushing the C connector with the flash. Bang didn't have the paranoia in this round, otherwise they might have gone for that as well. I said it was a nice idea on the pistol, it just didn't end up working. This time 100 Thieves finally close out an advantage round pretty cleanly. They're going to need more of those. And you've got to show more things that are working, because as good as that look is, where they plant B and then they push aggressive in the post plant, got to have more ideas than just that.
Yeah. So far as well, I mean, it has been pure heroics, being able to come back despite the player down scenario. It's Sentinels getting a lot of these first kills. Maybe need to change the framework, really, of how we're thinking about it, too. It's up to Sentinels as well to not lose grip of some of these rounds where they're getting an advantage.
Sure, sure. I think, you know, both teams have been pretty happy scrapping back from disadvantaged situations. We almost saw Sentinels win a 3v5 retake on 6.
That's true, yeah.
SEN are now going to have bad money, though, and Ewoks called this timeout to figure out a game plan and push SEN up to map point. Spots like this, you've got to still have respect for your opponent and shut them out of the game. Maybe they've even got a thrifty idea to throw in there, too. Oh, not even a thrifty. Are they going for a full force on this?
Yeah, they are. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I thought their money was worse than that, actually.
Get the Guardian in Jonapi's hands, but
oh, well, yeah, they've got no drone as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, could be important.
Yeah, it's difficult to place over on defense without the drone. They'll have to try to get posted up at A lobby maybe to make up for that.
Instantly, 100 Thieves. Garage is their goal over towards C potentially now for the split. There's 100's Fury! Cortezia steps inside the fast lane, just gets the one before he's eventually traded. And the last burst of that will get the tag. Tail end of it, John. Bursted down about 45 HP. The C-side is theirs. 100 Thieves now look to try and get that plant down and cement themselves into a post plant. Shock darts are going to be raining down. You've got to be careful of this.
Jonah got a huge amount of value with the Odin last time they were retaking C. He's only got a Guardian to work with, but you can still spam that box. Yeah. No one playing behind it right now. Timo.
Jumping around. Tino, he's just trying to step in front of most of this util, but players lying in wait. Finally smoke up. Dart needs to be dealt with. Stun now going forwards. Overdrive forwards, but that crossfire is set up. Just bang, Cryo, all of them now looking towards it, setting their sight. Redux, deep TP. Trying to get really cheeky, but listen, Bang handles it. Keep stringing together these rounds, 100 Thieves. They are bringing themselves back into it.
Yeah, and considering that wasn't an eco, SEN did force into this one. Jonah P, no drone and a Guardian. That's a huge piece for 100 Thieves to take. It's a tough side to retake when you don't have any flank pressure going on, no pressure coming through Garage either. Cute play from Redux with the TP up top, but couldn't make it happen. Smokes player on the other side, bang, dealing the death blow. 100 Thieves are scrapping back in. This is now 3 in a row, expected 4 in a row with looking at the money.
A lot of presence over towards A early. Just Asuna though. Judge in hand, now the rest of his team going to be trailing behind.
Drone looking for information. Was this a long take real?
Oh, everybody hides.
He sees nothing, but they're not going to spread out too much just yet. Redux has got a Bucky in Garage, and I mean, they can go for a little jiggle peek on C or something, but they're not going to commit bodies to C just yet. You've got to gamble when you're on an eco a little bit. Then again, they are leaving.
Peeling back all the way here. Wall goes down, and 100 Thieves are going to see how much space they can really get. Feels dangerous though. I mean, short needs to be cleared.
They're almost playing a lockdown retake, but you can't be playing lockdown in a round like this. There's no way.
Holding it.
Nah, it's insane.
They're doing it. Okay.
What?
Sending it now. Ultimates in a round like this, forcing the issue for 100 Thieves. Seeing if they can play. I mean, 100 Thieves are really going to have to evacuate here, aren't they?
They broke it anyway.
TP. They broke it anyway with the util flying over the wall and everything else. Bang! Really just sitting tight now. Sentinel's going to be sending it flying forwards. Joen leading it still on weaker guns. Sentinels! What? You're making you look silly. How have they done that? Your ass down is what Cortezia is saying.
Look at the weapons that they had on that retake. 2 sheriffs, a Bucky, odds and ends.
Yeah.
I think Jonah P had a pan in his hand. Walking around with pocket full of thimbles. Look at this.
Odds and ends, really. It's a Nanoswarm lineup.
I mean, Nanoswarm lineup is good. I think they should be aware of that and be looking to break it, but it's these kills coming through afterwards that are crazy.
100% success rate! Yo, you're...
They must be doing that in scrims.
I mean, presumably.
100% success rate. Yeah, lockdown retake with an eco weapons. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the lockdown didn't even get any value. It got broken. It was a really nice play by Timatino too.
It threw 100 Thieves in disarray, didn't it?
Well, it's thrown me in disarray. I can't believe they won. That's a crazy round. And now it's given the Sentinels so many more opportunities to get this over the line. Timo fights it.
Yep. Rolling out the red carpet for the rest of the team. He does clear out most of the space over towards A-Link. He's going to peel back, but now that Hunter's Fury was saved for a situation like this. A lot of damage.
Oh, God.
It's got his turret never dealt with. Spike drop down. You got to take care of it.
No respect for Timmy.
None at all. Makes him pay. Plant down now. 100 Thieves Once more gearing up for that aggro play, but they've been doing this every time they've been planning towards B. Stun does ricochet. Paranoia is good, but Asuna with that judge, okay, just makes the most of it. In their faces now, Jerwin looking to respond in kind. Through and through. Tim and John QT, but they are smoked off now still. Neurofeth reveals quite a bit. Cryo instant again with the trade. Stepping forwards off angles, lighting them up. And John with time ticking. Bullets fired, he reveals the position now. He knows that the time pressure is against him. I think Cryo's done enough.
Oh my god.
Rounds just coming straight down to the wire. John QT gets his one, gets the hell out, but it's 100 Thieves still alive in this map.
Yeah, 4 chances down to 3 for Sentinels. That is a very nice adaptation based on what they've shown previously. 2 rounds now after they've planted B, they've pushed the C connector, and SEN were ready for it. They had people in position. If we get a look on the minimap in the replay, here's the real star of the round, I suppose. Oh, God. But in this situation, all of the players over towards C are waiting for that push. Yeah. They're waiting because they know that 100 Thieves want to push in the post plan. And instead, Asuna goes in the different direction. Goes over towards A, hard pushes to deal with the player on the A site, and then they can return. Good mix-up based on that earlier conditioning.
Loaded spam, what a flash and a swing! My God. Jonapi did not know what hit him. Deep push here, potential to get punished. Cryo, he's been sharp. One of the saving graces for 100 Thieves in a spot like this, but draws a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, he only needs to control. It's Cortezio who wants to force that fight in order to even things.
Alhamdulillah.
Cryo controls the area and now just plays the rest of his team in. They've got a drone here too.
Broken immediately. Footsteps going to be swiftly following behind this drone. They set their sights forwards. This wall does get funky. There's pockets to play in, so you can see, yeah, Asuna's thinking about it. He's like, don't want to get caught. Unaware, but a spam will do the job. Plant down 2 with no real pushback. Jerwin. It's an open sideline for him. Garage not smoked off. 100 Thieves going for a 3-2-1 swing. Missing the timer on that one ever so slightly, but they are being cut out. Seconds bled out of the clock here. Redux, a bit of spam, but he's taking chip damage in the process. Whole team now grouping up, seeing if they can gear up into this one, but they are smoked off.
Yeah, they're going to run out of time here. I mean, this has got to be a save for Sentinels. There are a couple of players without the money really to go for this as well. If they had been, if they'd been gifted a pick, if they'd been given some level of opening, Sen would have attempted to capitalize. But as it's looking, man, that thrifty retake on A might be absolutely instrumental because 100 Thieves are winning the majority of these attack rounds now.
Take a glimpse at the timeline at some point here. 100 Thieves bringing it up to 10, like you said. Now just 2 away from getting to OT, and yeah, you know, Sentinels. It's domination from them, but off the back of, you know, forcing, winning a follow-up few rounds in the first half. Pistol round bonus conversion, and now second time are going to be used because alarm bells, yeah, they're going to be ringing at this point.
Yeah, I think both of these teams on the defense side have been struggling a little bit with getting value out of any level of aggression on the other side of the map. So when you play defense on Haven, if the attacking team makes a huge amount of noise over towards A lobby and A long, maybe you'd look for a walk down C or a push out garage, something like that. You know, maybe a push down mid. If they're making a ton of reaction noise over towards garage, maybe you walk up and you try to take a more aggressive look at A lobby. These kind of plays, you saw Cortezia try to do it in the previous round, but he didn't quite find that kill on Cryo, had to back up. And what that leads is your defense ends up being a bit too spread because you can't figure out where they're headed, and you have to play retakes, and retakes are tough in the best of times. You just saw SEN have to call one off. So you're probably going to look to be a bit more proactive. Having said that, John QT with a Viper's Pit in his back pocket will allow you to lock off one of these lanes, and you might just be able to have him ult C and get bodies stacked on the other side of the map. Yeah. We saw people used to, I haven't seen it in a while actually, but an ult on the A site that used to cover this kind of area of the map.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's possible, to be honest, because it make changes.
Yeah, the Viper Pit got changed recently, so.
Yeah. The wall sails across regardless here. For Sentinels, all they need is one. They invest fully into it. Deep Shock Dart, that's going to be doing potentially some damage on a sidestep it.
Execution's not great with it either, though.
Yeah, it goes wide. Snakebite not really connecting either.
There's a version of that pit that I was talking about.
Yeah, but they're going to be sending it now off the back of it, looking to try and react. A couple of spam being used, hooked into the corners, hoping that it's a bit of a safety net, but with John going down, so does the pit, blinded up. Jonah Pete managed to swing himself a position here into short, but being cleared down, but he's playing the rest of Sentinels all the way in. Redux cleaves through them, and now the crossfire set up forwards here, needs to be dealt with. To all Asenet on Cryo! One player, one man, what can he do? Spike retrieve, 1 minute left, but Jerwin needs to be dealt with! And he dismisses him entirely, 13 to 10. Sentinels, they do get the job done.
The rookie for SEN comes in. He's the first death in the entire map, but he's also the final kill, the opener, the closer. A great opportunity for Jerwin to show us what he's up to. Got to see tons of interesting stuff there from SEN. They were the team in control for the majority of this game, and they closed it out after some pretty impactful tactical timeouts as well from the coaching staff. Yeah. I've liked what I've seen here. We've got a competitive game. I think most people would have expected 100 Thieves to be the favorites based on how these teams played at kickoff. Actually, seriously competitive in this rivalry.
Upsetting the script once more for 100 Thieves. They've got a lot of thinking to do because they are going to be going on to split. Sentinels map pick coming up next as well. That is going to be interesting for Sentinels. A prime possibility for them to close this one out and even up the group stage 1-1.
Be right back. Gua piring dulu ke bawah.
Red Bull gives you wings. XL 2566X Plus, which uses the newly developed Fast TN panel and upgraded Diac 2 technology, provide clearer and sharper images, helping you focus and avoid the distraction of unwanted after images caused by rapid motion. Zowie.
Want to find your fastest server every time? Express like a pro and optimize your connection in one tap. Express and game without ISP throttling. Express and shield yourself from DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers everywhere. Express VPN. Experience gaming the Express way. Fast, stable, competitive. Outplay the world. It's time to Express. Unlock free cosmetics, including Lightning Kicks Buddy and more. Scan to subscribe.
anchor of anchors, always in the sight, ready to defend.
Spike will go down, but here's the push forward.
There it is.
And Cryo picks up the last two.
Left side and try to route the defense. Cruz kind of reading this. MW Zera feels what's going down. There it is. 4 for Redux on that. Beautifully done in the ISO.
You're the coach of Sentinels, Ewok. Well played, sir, on Haven. Now we're going to Split next. You second banned it last week. We're coming into Split. You first picked it now. What's changed from last week to, besides the obvious with your new player, what has changed from last week to this week?
I think it's hard to say, to make judgments on people's map pools this early, and there's also been a lot of changes in terms of the agents, right? So I think making assumptions or whatever, I think there's a lot of stuff we can pull out of the bag.
Can we know what German's going to be on next map?
I will have to wait and see, just a couple of minutes.
Well, best luck on map 2.
Welcome back, everyone, and it seems like the rookies, and more notably Jerwin, certainly stepped up big time, but also Jonah P also helping out big time as well. This was exactly what the doctor ordered, or what Rob Moore desperately needed. Because Lord knows my guy was out there probably sweating bullets, wondering what the hell was going to happen in this matchup.
So all the SEN fans overreacting. After that last week, we can chill a little bit now. Jonah stepped it up. Jerwin was pretty good, finding those openings early on as well. And this is what we talked about. What he was doing in Challengers constantly was exactly this.
Yeah, it felt like everyone was doing such a good job. Jerwin and Jonah P getting a lot of those kills, and Jonah P with this ult was putting in the work, but just in general, his util was so good. Being able to set up the team for success, the timing on his util, the timing on his darts, and snowballing a lot of those ults to get those picks. Plus, just being part of that cleanup crew. It felt like both these players doing their jobs, and the new inserts, they're really holding it down for Sentinels.
Yeah, brilliantly done. It's exactly what Sentinels needed. And look, they weren't necessarily lighting the world on fire statistically, but that didn't matter, because what mattered most was getting the dub. And that's exactly what they did. German locked in that final kill for them, and they were able to get that 13-10 victory on Haven. Now they set themselves up for Split. There's a lot of good opportunities here for Sentinels.
Yeah, I mean, they did their jobs, and they did it really well. Jerwin getting a lot of those openings, getting that space, and enabling the rest of Sentinels to be able to get out on sites and to be able to retake. The same thing goes for Jonah. A lot of that util as well as the fragging power behind that. It's not about the frags, guys. It's about how they were playing, and as a team, they looked so cohesive.
And the perfect example is Crew. We just saw Crew own look amazing in that opening series today, and it's not because Dante's running it down and killing everybody. He's just making that space for everybody else to shine.
Yeah, no, there really is just so much to be enthusiastic about with Sentinels, and also just the way that they were playing that too. And listen, it wasn't the cleanest toward the tail end of that game there, but we were seeing some good retakes from the SEN roster. They were getting in the action. They weren't allowing their opponent to be comfortable in those critical moments, even if a little topsy-turvy toward the end there.
Yeah, I think their retakes looked phenomenal, and like we said earlier, a lot of the reasons why was because of that Jonah P util and Jerwin making a lot of space. But this is what I like to see from Sentinels, because this means that a lot of their comms have been cleared up. They have these game plans set for how they want to retake and when they want to do it. And just being able to come out, including this round on their Thrifty, which was insane, by the way, being able to even get out onto site and get those picks just to clean up, it was so satisfying to watch.
And to be fair, it's not like they were winning every retake. Some of them, they were losing pretty badly, but they won the ones that mattered the most. They won that round 2 and that round 14 as well, after 100 Thieves got both of the pistols. And so it was like, you know it's going to be close between the two, but when Sentinels is able to win those crucial rounds, it changes everything.
Yeah, and I think we just saw on this screen there, Redux actually having a phenomenal game as well was one of the reasons why their retakes were so clean. He was able to come back in, get a lot of those multi-kills, and he was actually one of the reasons why he was denying a lot of entries onto sites as well. So overall for SEN, this is really exciting, and I think this is probably why we picked them for our predictions. What about you? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it, but I will say though, I'm just putting it out there, man. Redux got that sweep on the skirmish. Maybe that's adding to it. I don't know. There's a lot happening out here, folks. But let's send it over to Coach NBS, see what's going on with the 100 Thieves camp as we get ready for this next map.
here with the coach of 100 Thieves NBS. Now that was close, but you couldn't quite get your map pick. Kind of to set the scene, we're going to a split that we don't really know anything about for Sentinels. You took a little bit to come out here to talk to me. What did you say to your team?
I told them that the first map was not accurate representations of us as a team. We started very, very slow, and I'm expecting a way stronger start and game from us on map number 2.
All right, well, best luck on map 2.
And there you heard the coach of 100 Thieves just really trying to, I guess, you know, lower tensions for the players, right? And it makes sense. I think when you look at a 13-10 scoreline, Dan, what that tells me is a very competitive matchup. Could have gone either way. A couple rounds go one way, a couple rounds go another way. We could be looking at a 13-10 for 100 Thieves. So I think that's an accurate way to approach it for NBS, to keep these boys in line and getting ready for split.
Yeah, it was really back and forth, and like we said, it was just those big rounds that Sentinels was winning that, you know, if it was 100 Thieves closing out the second rounds, for example, it would have been a different story. But I think the perfect representation of what 100 Thieves is what we're going to be seeing on Split. They are known for playing those gimmick compositions, for playing a little bit around the stage as well in this map. I'm wondering if things are going to be the same, but if not, I know that they're going to bring something new.
100 Thieves have a big match ahead of them here. Could be losing 2-0 if they're not careful, but for Sentinels, we're seeing some damn good gameplay from Sen City. We're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back, Brendan's Sideshow, he'll be taking care of you on the other half.
Well, the match is heating up, and 100 Thieves are expected to see if they can bounce back. We'll be getting into the game and action shortly, as soon as Jerwin gets the in-ears in, you know. Listen, it happens.
It's really cute that it's his first time on stage.
This happens to every player.
Yeah, it really does.
First time on a stage,
yeah,
right?
it's a new environment, man. It's new.
Have you
it's
tried
different.
to put those in-ears in?
I have. Yeah.
It's like a Rubik's Cube, but for your ear. It's confusing, man. I'm telling you. I don't know why. I just can't figure it out. But
so
listen.
the last time that these two teams have been playing on Split, quite a while ago, obviously, because we've had Santiago in the middle, and the desk was setting it up. We saw a Sage Sky Waylay coming out from 100 Thieves. See if they stick with that. These two coaches are very Sage build. They've been loving that pick all across kickoff with various different comps. And Sentinels were playing double duelist. I would expect Sentinels to still stick with double duelist. I think that makes sense for Joan and Redux. But we'll see. Everything's up in the air right now.
Yeah.
Neon, super good. I think the look that we just saw from Crew on this map was excellent too. Like, they really understood how the Neon versus Neon meta worked. And Asana's dialing into the Mind Palace.
Yeah, trying to figure out, concoct some sort of strategy, something to win. Not that this Asana is going to be the brain trust for 100 Thieves, but I'm sure he does contribute.
Rude of you, actually.
No, listen, I'm sure he contributes.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
He contributes.
Getting sneak peeks there.
Yeah, the agent.
Of the agents that are being run. And, you know,
an Omen?
Okay, Omen, yeah. Well, but if Redux is on the Omen, then that implies that they're not actually, not actually running double duelist, which I'd be a little bit surprised about, but we'll see what compositions these guys have in store. The Sage, okay.
100 Thieves, sticking with
it. Sticking with the Sage pick. And going for some joint meditation here as well.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know whether that's a normal thing or whether that's just pressure of the moment getting to them and the coaches are telling them to take some deep breaths.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into it. I mean, listen, we've already got some sneak peeks, but here's the agent select for you on your screen. So we Sage, and it's a raise for Timotino.
I don't mind this. It's quite, it feels a little old school. There's tons of synergy here, right? Slow orb, raise nade, C's, raise nade. It's a very good standard composition. On the other side, a Sage as well from John.
Yeah.
Not the direction that I thought Sentinels were going to go in either. But they've opted for the Neon, so it's, I mean, almost a mirror matchup. Jonah P also picking up the new buffed Sky, which I think can be very good on this map too.
So here we go. Getting into the action momentarily.
You step into the ring, Sage v Sage against 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and they've been opting in to a lot of Sage, to be honest.
Yeah, across the map pool.
Across the map pool. And they were one of the biggest losers, I think, from Corrode going out. Overall, as we look towards stage 1 themselves. But they're going to look to see if they can pick themselves up now, because they are down 1 map in this series versus Sentinels. A rivalry that we were talking about that just echoes all the way back to the beginnings of Valorant. But the Sentinels, they don't see it like that.
Well, it's their map pick as well, Sen.
Yeah.
They already impressed us on Haven. Joen started this one out with Shorty
map picknya ini.
Attack side. I imagine that Cryo is going to be under an insane amount of pressure very quickly.
And already going to be hearing all that util fast lane forwards once more. Sending out. Util goes both ways. Slow Orbs don't really account for that because Joen, I mean, just chops him off at the ankles, doesn't he?
In the toes.
How the hell does he get that kill? Timotino, who will even it out ever so slightly, taking out John in the process, but the smoke dissipates up towards heaven. These angles are open now. Joen trying to maneuver around right now in the midst of all that chaos. Shot still firing, bang, and he's going to be going down regardless. Jonah P straight there. Jumping and hopping with that right click. Heal online to try and help him out, but Timotino!
Oh, kok kena one tap.
Activates when they needed it!
It's a great 4K from Timotino. Jonah P is just left with the heal in his hands.
Yeah.
He's trying to top up the rest of the SEN players, and they get decapitated. Look at this.
Hurts them a little bit, I think. They were trying to stay in line of sight to get the heal off.
Yeah.
They just lined up for Timotino.
The shots were pretty brilliant, though, as well. And no force buy here from SEN as well. Even though they got into a pretty decent position.
Yeah, they didn't get the plan, though. They stopped at the tail end, so might have been the difference maker.
So 100 Thieves moving around the wall. Asuna walled mid, as far as I can remember, in the pistol. Now he's got it over towards A main.
Timotino's going to be really careful here because he can get overloaded. Yep, certainly players going to look to jump all on top. Vora's there alongside him. They have rifles, but...
Bit of backup.
Yeah. I'm used to seeing players with judges in that spot, not rifles. Sentinels are given free reign over towards that heaven angle again. Sightlines, crosshair placement being cut up entirely, and the firing squad is here, already arriving on towards it, but they are stacked up now. The wall will only do so much to try and stop you in your tracks. Quarters here. Gets us 1, but 21 health is all he's got to play with. Stinger reclaimed. Nade, you got to tuck tight there. 100 Thieves have got their eyes. Smoke up.
Any damage is good damage here. 100 Thieves full bought into this one, just in case SEN forced. If he can take a Spectre out of the hands of 100 Thieves, it would help them a lot.
Smart by Cortazir. He's cut noise entirely now for about 30 seconds, so he could be anywhere, but spotted out by Bang in the end.
And Bang is going to be so at home in that anchor position over towards B. Any spot where you can get Bang anchoring around his smokes, he is going to be very happy to play those roles.
We're seeing a little bit of evidence, though, I think. The Sage pick, if the theory behind it is to try and stun the Neon, the ever so popular, it's a little bit too slow.
Yeah,
the Neon just gets past the util.
It's actually just what I was about to bring up. The Sage is supposed to be a good counter to the Neon, but if you contact into the choke point and then burst past it, that slow orb is going to be, it's going to be landing after the Neon's already in.
So 100 Thieves, they change the direction and the tempo a little bit here, looking to fight early over this B main control.
Slow orbs in both directions. I mean, we really are going back to like 2020 100 Thieves versus Sentinels rivalries. This is first strike.
Yeah, with the picks and all.
Yeah. I don't think we had Fade back then, or Neon. Basically everything else, though.
Standing up to the test of time.
I like this wall as well, just using the slow orb in order to cement this in place. Gives you a timing now to go and reinforce mid and fight.
Tino's forward. Gonna be flashed up though.
And that slow orb's great.
Yeah, Goblin came forward. His way caught out to the open to seize. Holy! Where's he pulled that from? Filthy stuff from Quarters here. And it's immediately called for reinforcements. 100 Thieves start sprinting over to the A side, expecting, well, of course, they're going to be landing over towards here, but guess what? It's an open site, but are taking on B.
It's crazy that even with that, 100 Thieves are still in a winnable spot. Bang ults just to clear over towards A ramp.
And Joe went here, 7 bullets left.
Oh, Joe, let's go.
Right around the corner. How this fight's taken, they do have a slight gun advantage. Slice of ankles!
Oke, kan dulu sabar
just
dulu.
like that.
Biasanya suka dongo kalau kayak
Much
gini.
more winnable now for Sentinels here, especially with Bang revealing himself. He's looking for that last gun, that rifle that they had.
Yeah, just take it away from them. Look to save it. What a round from Cortesia and from Joen.
Yeah.
The shots, though, from Cortesia are ridiculous.
That's absurd.
The second one is a pure pre-fire, anticipating the position of the player and
anticipating that the player's trying to trade him.
Yeah,
when the
and
siege connects.
it's immaculate.
It's so good. See that one again. Slow motion, maybe.
Because apart from that, I was loving what 100 Thieves were throwing in that round. The slow orbs over towards B-main, then they reinforce the wall, and then Cortesia says, no thank you.
Yeah, it's clean.
It's filthy.
That's real clean.
Dead zone pre-fire on Vora. He's got no hope, no chance.
Pure reaction time test as well for Joe, and he shows off.
Yeah. But like I said, the macro still played well. No Sage slow early here in B main for the defenders, though. So you'd expect Sentinels to be able to control this area. Paranoia, though, and Timo might try to fight off that.
Maybe. Flash though forwards, doesn't get the connection, and the slow orb again.
Yeah, I mean, how do you ever fight through the Sage slow?
Yeah.
But Bang was setting up for it, maybe just in case the Sage wasn't there. But after that B main control, 100 Thieves immediately re-clear it. This part of their defensive macro looks really nice because now they can keep 3 players A.
Deep wall into A will need to be broken as well. That's one of the things that the Sage does. It does test your ability to work the map on the attack. You have to make sure to be spreading evenly, applying pressure everywhere, trying to find out where the Sage wall is. Walking up through mid, the Prowler does connect, so getting the acknowledgement, 100 Thieves realizing they've lost control of this. At least up towards mid and heaven. Gearing up for a bit of a side takeover towards A. These anchor players are going to be under an immense amount of pressure. Cryo and Asuna. What can they do with their backs against the wall? Fighting through it. 40 seconds roughly remaining here for Sentinels. Trying to face into that one, but a crosshair placement is good. John QT eventually toppled, traded in the end. Cryo swinging wide, trying to adjust his movement to try and avoid the bullets, but Cortesia will bring him down. Down now for Jonah P.
The only player that could really be the fly in the ointment is Bang on the flank. The A main skirmish is going to happen, but all eyes on what timing Bang takes.
Jonah P's watching it though. He's already, yes, perfect. Pre-aiming for the ramp position. Vora left into the 1v1 though. Jonah P. It's got it all to do, but it is planted for the heaven spot. You got to think, all things considered, has to be favored here. Jonah P in it, half onto the defuse. Vora, he's earned himself a bit of a win con here, trying to bait the shot, bait the positioning. Jonah P with a wide face. Shot still rattling, and all it takes is one jump spot. Vora! He just sneaks it!
Aduh.
They would have won the fight anyway.
Vora ini tuh. Kalau udah
wow,
gitu,
Jonah P going for one extra jump spot than he was allowed. And 100 Thieves had no right to that round once Bang had been taken down. But Timotino, Vora, both find 2 kills up in heaven. And despite a perfect plant position, yeah, Hassan is happy about that one. Vora performs excellently under pressure there.
This could be cheeky. Deep wall over towards A.
Just get Asuna an ult up, but also if they start pressuring the
got
wall,
a showstopper, right?
yeah, Timotino would be jumping on them instantly with his Raze ult. So they're just trying to punish Sen for doing that good defaulting.
To give up all of B main though as a result of this. Took that many resources, but players can start to maneuver their way back over towards B. They've lost heaven control in the process as well. 100 Thieves. Got to think there should be alarm bells ringing.
I do think ideally you want to be funneling Sentinels into the B site. Bang is going to be... What? Timo's ults have been crazy. I mean, he's looking for a timing there.
Bentar, izin Bang Timotino, Anda ngapain? Pertanyaan
The
gua.
actuation on the Wu-Ting for that one. Interesting stuff. He's already pushed all the way through still.
Iya, feeling boleh.
Sentinels are being squeezed. They are player down still.
Feeling boleh, insting boleh, tapi itu too much gak sih?
Making their way forwards, but that is an interesting one. Try and get them into the site. 35 seconds left.
Quite nice,
one of the
actually.
avenues. Vora, though, he's got his eye into the one section where they could be peeking through just slightly. And shots are fired off, rattled off. Heads will roll as a result. Sentinels completely caught unaware.
Boys, Matic loh boys. Time out gak sih? Mas Ewo, time out. Anak-anaknya tolong lah.
Well, as the Sage Wall drops, I think because it's so quiet everywhere on the map, maybe he's just assuming that they're close behind it. But 100 Thieves still managed to make it work with a B anchor. And this is why I'm saying I think that 100 Thieves should be happy if Sentinels end B repeatedly. Because their players are really good at anchoring in these spots. And B gives you more spots to anchor over. A Bang can play, and even when he's walled off, you see that from Vora playing around New Box. Just offers this composition. You can even get like long-range help from Heaven, whether it be a Snakebite or a Slow Orb, something like that, to help these site anchors. I think A is just harder to defend with these kind of compositions. So the more that they can funnel SEN going B, the better they'll feel about it. Both of these comps, though, if we take a step back, are a nightmare to attack into.
Yeah, they are.
They're just annoying.
I mean, like I said earlier, they really test your ability to spread out and play a nice attack side default where you can find out what a Sage Wall is, break it in time, relieve some pressure across the map. Because otherwise, if you let 100 Thieves, or even Sentinels on the other side when they get to the defense half, put down that Sage Wall, they can just maneuver the rest of the team and stack heavy over towards the other side.
And you already see that 100 Thieves have got layers to their theory because they had Timotino there waiting with a showstopper if you were going to try to break the Sage Wall.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard right now and both of the Sages are at the bottom, but we're going to be talking about them so much because their util defines how the map plays out. It's not so much about whether or not they get the kills. They're still going to have insane impact.
Just a couple of stingers here and a Bucky.
Asuna going for that A deep wall again. It's only been broken once, I believe, and that was after SEN went for a B default, so he's not that worried about getting run down.
It looks like a bit of a set play as well from Sentinels to pull out on the weaker economy.
Asuna actually doesn't end up going for the wall. He's giving a bit of respect to SEN.
Yep. Deep Slow Orb gets Jonah P into a prime spot, inserted over towards B main.
It's very quiet from Sentinels. They do feel like in these rounds they're trying to...
They're going to send Jerwin in flying forwards. The fast lane to try and get him all the way through. There's already that smoke popped up over towards it, but Timotino sidesteps. Bucky, well aimed, well trained, but Bang instantly responds again. He's been pressured already with these guns as well. Chipped down, whittled down, matters not. He is twisting and turning, avoiding the ire, and still comes away with 3.
Another scenario where SEN get funneled into B and 100 Thieves are very happy to just eat it up. Twice now, John Cutie's tried that different Sage Wall that blocks off backside and funnels the attackers towards New Box. But 100 Thieves have adapted really nicely. But Bang plays around the pillar on a different angle, which allows him to wrap and play a high-low with a Heaven or Raptors player. And they're kind of destroying this.
Let's see what happens here for Sentinels. They really need to dig deep. Find some way forwards. Deep pit is going to make it a little more complicated.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for them. This is so much pressure on your defaulting, on your communication, on figuring out the game plan for what you want to do in the round. Finding the right place to end. It's a nightmare.
Sage util, the Vice Walls, or Viper Walls I should say, going up and down. Stunting and stalling you out. SEN are finding it difficult. They've got to piece it together.
Pings on the map, maybe for a paranoia or something, looking to try to take some space at A ramp. How do you get through this pit?
Yeah, that's the difficulty. Down to that minute mark, looking to see if they can get a bit of a reclearance now, moving forwards. The Sentinels are going to listen in and see how they're going to figure it out.
Masih kena lo. Pora-pora ini Oppo yuk. What the heck, bro? Anjing manusia ini. Mirip Jonah Pijir.
I have all 30 seconds left. The big go Raptors. I don't know. Got main. One is ramp. They have fade out. They're gonna fade out. Can you spam main off me? Yeah. Do you have a smoke? No. When's your smoke? On main spawn. 15. Yeah. I'm gonna TP it out somewhere.
Kita redup jangan lama-lama. Ketemu nih. Hai redup itu udah. Ketemu dulu. Aduh ya Allah, Korea dapat lagi.
I'm playing map. I'm one. Could be in. Two map. Find a Fnatic. Needs to kill Omen. Ramp. You TP on the Omen. Nice. You win.
Dapat reduks. Oh, nice banget. Untung pistolnya dapat. Reduk kelamaan. Reduk.
I mean, that is one way to win a clutch out.
Blessed. Absolutely blessed. They know that they've misplayed that. You know, once the retake is just so nice. Fatal, paranoia, get in. You can hear it in the comms. They could be in, they could be on us.
Untung aja klasiknya on point
1v3 in this situation, and he gets the headshot with the classic.
A nail biter. The rest of Sentinels, I mean, they didn't have many players playing outside the pit, did they?
No, I mean,
all tucked up onto the site. It got dicey, but at the end of the day, it's a round win.
That's a crazy one. Was he using the SEN Classic? Must have been.
Must have been.
Listen. Zelsis told you guys.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Still, operator in the hands of Timotino. That's one way to mix it up.
Kalau pakai duelist sih si Tamitomo.
Here's a deep TP as well towards Heaven. He knows that one player could be in already, compromised perhaps, but it looks like Bang has done the wisest. But as I said on towards it, stunned, flashes! My God, these players are getting chipped down! And all that damage done for quick on the cleanup.
It's crazy that they've gone for that play when Redux is already so deep in B Heaven.
Yeah, already through Heaven as well, and that TP.
He's got freebies.
You've gifted him 2 kills! Slam dunk! Cortezio with a lurk! Just when you think 100 Thieves will be in a winnable position, Vora is left alone.
Vora ini tuh apa ya?
A 1v3 and he doesn't have a clue where they're ending.
Nope.
There's a battle of the Sage Walls over here on A. One
wall
blocking them off, one wall blocking off the flank.
John QT's waiting for it to expire so he doesn't give the game away. If he breaks a portion of it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give away information, but they don't realize that Vora is through the wardrobe and in Narnia right now. He's miles away.
Yeah.
What a play from Redux, by the way.
Yeah.
TP into mail, or like past the mail smoke, into B Heaven almost. That's insane. I think he only probably does that because they're down 4v5 and have lost Jerwin. What a play to make. And now it's all on Vora.
Retake. Walking all the way up. Time pressure is going to be on immediately.
Kiri, kanannya tipis saja.
Redux. Sit tight here. So slide off Randall's Master is going to be catching that contact as the cross comes through and squares up for that fight. The rest of his team as well playing off his contact, so it would have been confirmed kill regardless. Good round for Sentinels. Good round for Redux.
An incredible round for Redux.
The
play that he goes for is a surprising one, but it nets him 2 freebies. They have no clue. No, they just have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen an Omen go for that play, but it's very high risk, high reward. And it just so happens that in a 4v5, it was the right decision to make. And the risk didn't matter too much because you're already down one of your big players.
Well, operator now moving over towards the A side, but there's that Prowler early to set up the line. Jerwin forced to respect it. Doesn't want to commit.
They get a bit of information, but that also allows the wall to go down in mid here from Arsenal. He's been wanting to put it on the outsides of the map mostly. Ran it mid on the pistol. And I think this is the next round that he's run it in mid. That's obviously because they've now got this operator in play.
Spike is dropped in a very safe position. They do have an Omen ult. Redux can deliver that one to the rest of the team if they find a way in through B, but all that pressure, and they're making it feel very, very real. Jerwin is hard committed into this one, still winning out the fight. Glides forward to just Bang, though. Returns it. Shots to bring down Jerwin over towards A. They hear his footsteps. Vora! Stands against it. Deep TP again from Redux. It's instant at that. Omen ult available. But it's used by Bang as well for the reposition. That spike needs to be reclaimed.
Oh my God, they're going to TP over to B
again. Jonah P's got all that space.
Gobi. Nice.
Calls for it. The rotation here, in the moment decision making. Switch up onto the game plans, but again, it is still Sentinels working at a player disadvantage. But it might not matter. Jonah P, very forward, very risky, doesn't win the fight out. Cryo.
Oh my God.
Swift dismissal. Now all on Redux. You're going to see discipline from 100 Thieves. Trying to play this one together.
That's a nice smoke, makes it feel like he's playing default.
Boombox needs to be avoided, just spots him out though, and that reveals all good information. Satchel overhead! And just blazing Cryo.
Nice way to close things out in the 3v1. Brilliant Boombot too. Vora is a machine out here. He is the Terminator.
Yeah.
He's 13-4 after 9 rounds. That's some astonishing stuff. We've seen some big moments from him. And this round, he basically wins it for 100 Thieves. This was an elaborate fake that many moments in this map already so far where teams are losing track of where each other are. This one was a pretty classic call from John. Neon fake on B. We're going to walk in A. They just didn't account for Vora.
So the sides towards the B side though now for Sentinels. They don't have a lot to work with again. And at this point, it's 100 Thieves in control of the half. Prowler broken. A little bit too early there. The B presence was shown. Now looks like the call is made to go back over towards A, but Timotino, this is so brave against an eco. Nevertheless, holding this line down, but he's guessing as to where these players could be. Could be targeted.
The Hawk gave him a little timing to go for this. Cryo's also pretty exposed.
I mean, there's literally, shotguns on the other side. Brave doing this against the Neon. Surely overexposed, spotted out, and he hears it. Now that stun though, ricochets. Jowen's got his eye set on a different direction. Through vents into mid. Up towards A heaven now, but he's only got that Bucky, and at long range, it's not really the gun for the job. Nightfall, it's going to be pulled out of 100 Thieves here. Or feeling like he has to expend ultimates to stop this Sen push.
Asuna locking down the wall over towards B main though, just lets 100 Thieves play plenty of bodies on this A side of the map. They've got to be a little bit cautious about a B heaven pivot if these Sen players go from A heaven through vents back to B. But the defensive setup is still decent. Now they're starting to pull off. As Sen get the timing to go for the A re-hit, it could be dangerous.
It definitely could. Timotino doesn't have a rifle at play here. It's just the operator. He could get overwhelmed if Sen choose to go. But with 20 seconds left, they're going to have to move over towards A. Trying to use the wall to hide, but it's got the barrel out, and that really does reveal everything. Courtesy is in a position like that. Wall needs to be broken. 11 seconds left. You're going straight through screens. Asuna!
That's a play with the spike.
Oh my god, the damage done. And they know it. They've squeezed these players. The spike out of position, cannot be planted. For Redux, just a game of seeing what you can salvage out of this situation. Taking out the operator, but that surely is going to be saved down to the final few seconds. He won't remain alive.
And Asuna did pick up the AWP in the end as well, so 100 Thieves don't even take the eco damage. Sen struggled against this composition. Made him sweat a little bit with that A repop. Just to be able to do the job, and the time on the clock was way too low by the time. 15 seconds, and they hadn't even. I mean, this is 9 seconds left, and the spike is going kind of solo.
Sekarang dibalas loh.
Crazy. This round's going to be no easier for Sen to get through. He was going to take a timeout to discuss it. You have to go through all of the same layers, right? You have to try to bait out the Sage Slows or the Snake Bite or something like this. You have to try to dodge the Timotino, and then if you do get past it, Timotino now has a showstopper. This is an obnoxious comp to try to push through. And because it's Sentinel's map, the 100 Thieves got to pick defense. And it's showcased the 100 Thieves Sage ideas and this approach to their map that we saw from the kickoff. It's still got legs. It's still really, really tough to get through.
Making the most out of the Sage pick.
Yeah, credit to the
lot.
Sasi pensi udah.
And again, it's not about the stats because Asuna's 2 and 6 right now, but it's really genuinely isn't it? It's about the information value they get from popping down in certain places and how they play the macro more than anything.
Simplifies all of it. It means they can play 3 or 4 players, but where they pretty certain that the side hit's going to be ending Sentinels. Big investment full buy, mid exploration by 100 Thieves is called for here.
Profesor. Redux sama Jerum sih bisa card juga.
So default over towards B main, looking to take control.
Yeah,
Sage Slow, 100 Thieves.
The fact that they always run that Sage Slow though means that you're never worried about a B pop.
What is here? Speaking out to this one, hold on, that shows some spot off, and that's revealed quite a bit. Instant with the trade. And a pop through anyway. The Seeker's into your face. You've got to put it away for a second, but the fuse are going to be running out, and you're going to be missing your opportunity. Still, there's clear all the way into through B main. Sentinels might call for a reaction further. Yes, they would have fight into spawn here. To never kill claimed. Losing track.
Udah, setidaknya kalau mau dibalas lagi 4 juga nggak sih, jangan.
But you can fight this one fully together. And Jowen, which is paying the way forwards. Great entries. Crying out with an operator. The Just does flick towards it in time.
Sempetin lu pakai OP si Cryo itu. Nani, Hecho, Nani the hell.
They can get the wraparound too. Redux has to be accounted for. Cryo already thinking about it. Crouched down, but as he just turns away. Has to turn his attention fully towards this one. Sentinels coming out with all the right ideas. Paranoia off the top. Cryo just pushed into a pen, and yes, it's sharp shooting, but the round win was what Sentinels were going for, and they're going to get it.
Fourth on the board for Sentinels with a really nice reaction into B. Just as their Sage slow went down and allowed them to go for something like that as well. We've seen both coaching staff across the maps here have a very similar idea. When the opponent team takes attack timeout, you run something fast and aggressive. We saw it with that Sentinels failed set play that they ran from Haven, and now we've seen it with a failed set play from 100 Thieves as they do something aggressive down here, and Timotino leads with the ult.
Nice.
They didn't really have the info about where Timotino was supposed to jump on somebody, but they just want to be the team doing something different, doing something new, throwing Sen off their game. As it happens so, plays into the attacker's hands, gives Sentinels the fourth.
Sentinels only showing signs of the Viper util. Orb sailing over.
You've got to imagine they're playing in spots here where they could dodge the haunt. Vora hasn't thrown it yet. I wonder if he does to try to get Timo on a deeper line.
Saving it now. Situation like this. Team haunt's broken.
Timo's like, well, I'm not going to take too much of a step forward then.
It's a risky spot. Open hands, you're playing
isinya Naret sama Bang masih oke tuh zaman-zaman itu. Bang cabut di sana Red. Bang keluar masuk queue. Mulai tuh downfall.
Have to be respected. He's happy to let them know that he is home. Immediately repositioning too towards it. Vora could be immensely pressured now, but still Timotino's there. And Vora watching the cross. 2 players are dropped. Sentinels now are going to be really struggling. You can see it spread across the map.
That's again another situation where the Sage wall in mid lets them allocate 3 players to the ramp re-clear, where normally they would only have 2.
Redux. Been known for his risky plays on the Omen. Could catch Bang unaware. Already inserted into the one-way. Paranoia is being held by Bang just in case, but all of the Sentinel squad grouping up behind it now, but that Sage Orb is used just instinctively. Maybe hearing that sound cue, what a blind too. Raw spam, straight through the choke. Sentinels are being absolutely picked to pieces here, only 15 seconds left. No more second options, the DTP surely accounted for, and yes, an 8-4 half. That's what we're looking at here for 100 Thieves.
Really strong, nice value immediately from the game plan, the coaching staff, and the Sage pick again, working wonders for 100 Thieves, making it very difficult. But bear in mind, folks, the Sentinels have basically the exact same comp. Yeah, they won't be able to roll around the Showstopper or the Raise Nades, but the bare bones of the comp, the way that they can play the defense, it should be just as difficult for 100 Thieves to get through as these halves flip.
I'd agree. Is desperately going to be tested on either side of things here, so the job's not done, job's not finished just yet.
Not much longer now, and I will also take to the skies.
Me too.
You? No, you will always be a worm.
Just wait and see.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh my god. Aduh, gak mati lagi dah gue matiin gue. Started defense on a map like this.
Well, as we get the second half underway, make sure to hit up expressvpn.com/VCT for in-game rewards with the advanced and pro plans right now. And as we said just before we went over, this is still not over just yet for 100 Thieves. You might think they're in a prime position to try and secure this one out, but the Sage goes both ways.
Yeah, it absolutely does. If the defending team running a Sage comp like this wins pistol, I think 8-4 is what you're looking at in most worlds. Without a pistol, maybe it's more like a 7-5, that kind of thing. But yeah, SEN should be able to apply a lot of pressure in the other direction if they can run their defense side as well as 100 Thieves. And that's a big if, because the game plan, the overall strategy with the Sage has been very, very strong from 100 Thieves. Not everyone runs it as well as they do.
Similar idea into this one. They don't show any signs of life. Contacting all the way into B as much as they possibly can.
Well, John actually holding the wall, potentially for a retake.
Oh, the paranoia though, that's surely going to be putting a stop to it though. They're going to be moving into a different direction. A horn forwards as well, but that high ground ankle. Timotino is trying to adjust it in time. Join straight in there. Able to collect himself too as well for his troubles, but the wraparound by Cryo anticipated by Join. 3 kills.
That's
it. The rookie newcomer to Sentinels. He's saving an A for them on more than one account.
Yeah, he's had a great game here. I've been impressed with him. Even though they're down in terms of rounds, he's had some nice moments in here. Fearlessly floods in through heaven. Like I said, John QT holding on to the wall, I think. Maybe
that's all we needed. That's all we needed.
Yeah, getting a pistol. I mean, you could. Yeah, it really does make a big difference because now they can start the ball rolling and get back into this game. But even without a pistol, that would still have been hope for Sentinels. Just would have made things a lot more difficult. Let's see how John uses the wall though throughout this defense half. Previous round, like I say, I think he was saving it for a retake. It's really difficult on a pistol round to get that defuse if the ball goes up in front of the spike. Or rather, to stop the defuse.
Yeah. Attempt. Redux looking to see if he can deny the orb, because Timotino is very akin, I think, to the same game plan that 100 Thieves had on Haven. Putting the orbs in him, trying to build up to the big ultimates, the pivotal ones at least.
I like the Joins.
Well, yeah,
combo yang sama, keren.
I like the Joins bold enough to go up onto a line like this. You're on an anti-eco. You don't want to give away too much, but he's only got the Marshal. You've got to have the confidence as a tier 1 player. Looking for fights.
You'll know that a lot of them not going to be buying armor into this one, so it should be a good opportunity for Joe to just thrive and feast against the ecos. But okay, running and gunning, spammed away. Asanado forwards again, but are they going to anticipate this? Jonah P cuts them up, slicing them through them. Snakebite and a judge the supplement.
Flood defending off the back of an anchor player. Both rounds here from SEN. 100 Thieves go for more of the mid-round side tech stuff. See if that continues. They lost Timotino very early on there. They're bold, they're confident. SEN are playing like they're going to win this game. They've drawn it back within 2. 100 Thieves still lead. And this is a very important one. The weaponry, better for 100 Thieves. You want to get this one across the line if you got a chance of pushing this to buy.
Absolutely. Do it cleanly too. Not losing too much in the process, but split close quarters map as well. You can see these weapons thrive in the hands of Sentinels. A little bit of a ramp take. Cutting noise after it, looking for a reaction. See if there's anything at the source. Jonas is going to be broken.
It's a funky wall in mid, but it's also a funky orb from Cortesia. He can play around this with the judge.
Timotino, rifle in play, but he's up against Joe and perhaps as well with a rifle of his own, and just sharper today.
Joe's looking good.
Pressure and expectations that are being leveled onto his shoulders. He's living up to it.
Watch this Viper smoke if they try to go back into A. This is a devious one.
P gets the spot, gets the information. Stepping forwards, Judge! And hand! You do not want to go back there. This is already looking dire for 100 Thieves.
Really nice bonus round idea from SEN.
Self-opinion, yeah, this is self-opinion.
A very clear vision of how they want to play, something that we're credited 100 Thieves for a lot. But they are now in a very tough situation, 3v5.
Lu tahu musuh depan, dan lu tahu musuh
depan. Made already Duran ready for the fight. Not willing to posture past that one, but he's already done the job, surely. Damage being done, wall being broken, there's pressure mounting on every direction, 100 Thieves. These guns are essential.
Ini kan videonya Viper,
emangnya dar. You have no more options.
Save.
Yep, you have to.
But I mean, it's difficult to extract yourself in this scenario.
Kalau
they are going to be able to get out. I think they should be looking to chase it.
They're going for it. They are seconds drifting down as they realize, actually, where they're going to be stood. Asuna positioning revealed, caught into the corner. Just trying to narrowly escape, and they do get away with just at least the 2 guns.
Yeah, it's fair enough, actually. I wanted SEN to hunt for that harder, but they picked up all of the proper rifles off the ground. So even though they don't take weapons out of the hands of 100 Thieves, they themselves get the upgrade. So, you know, Cortesia gets to upgrade from a judge to a rifle. You get the value of winning the bonus there massively. Jerwin's looked great. He's played that position perfectly. The discipline to fall back when you're in a advantage spot as well. No overheating. Really good stuff from a rookie.
Well, it's difficult for rookies when you play for the SEN organization because the pressure, it's kind of outweighed compared to other orgs as well.
Yeah. Lots of eyes.
Yeah.
Lots of judgment. This is the same wall that they were running in the previous round.
Prof ini kan jarang ada wallbang ya Prof.
It does look difficult to get through this setup.
Udah ini segala situasi tuh. Biarin aja.
Tantino.
Ini every situation. Wall aja nggak sih? Nah.
But again, the difficulties remain. This
Paksa mereka masuk ke
dropped up. 100 Thieves. Contact up as much as they can. A bit of breakage from far away. I think not trying to give away that there could be players close to it, but John QT happy to just relocate.
They're giving 100 Thieves a bit more of the map compared to the first half with the defense versus attack.
More broken. Secondary towards it. John QT is fully moving backwards here. Redux needs to be careful about being pressured.
They've got to break this Trailblazer in order to make it feel like it's still B heaven. But Jonah's smart and he goes back over to A.
Yeah, it's turning around now, losing control. The wall up as well. Ramp's not accounted for, but Jonah P has to hold this one back. Eye set onto the directions, all the pressure really onto this one with the Odin at hand, the util flying. All that going for him. It's the season and A to try and combine it all. Rifles in the hands of Timotino, leading it forwards once more, but Quartier backs towards it. Reset to aim enough for 2.
It's still winnable for 100 Thieves. The time is low, but they got rifles in hand that can get a plant down.
10 seconds. Cryo, critical reposition from him. Doesn't sit himself onto the site, the reposition up to ramp as well, and he's got his target acquired. John QT brought down. Plant though, it's not for him. More like a main position, and just missing this time. The Redux slipping past. Spotted out though by Cryo. Revealed now. Smoke to play around, Bang gonna be twisting within it. Trying to play this one together. Redux has outs to Smoke. A tap. Seeing if he can pull some of these players way out. A gap found. 1v1 now. Cryo versus Redux half. Sticking all the way. Cryo! Not done yet. Not finished yet.
The timing on that too, just as Redux got half. Big conversion though for 100 Thieves. If we take a step back, their weaponry coming into that round, they should not have been coming away with it. SEN lose control of this setup a bit. But I think more credit to 100 Thieves. They got the Prowler onto Jonah P in A heaven that confirmed the positioning of a player, and then sent a seasoning to flush him into the open. And from there, cascaded the death ball with lower weapons to be able to win the 2v2 on A. That's the kind of round that has kept 100 Thieves head above water.
Now all grouped up, what a shot! Snaps towards it, Timotino, he can't even leave the ground before he's dead. Already getting value, but that orb will actually bring him straight back into the picture. And
yeah, very nice.
He does have an ult now. Not sure if he ends up with Cryo just from that death, but...
The problem is, you do kind of want to break that wall. Oh, they've decided not to even go for it.
I'm just leaving it.
Yeah, well now, as these SEN players, you don't have to be worried about A-main for the next 20-odd seconds. If they don't break their own wall, they're not really going to be ready for a pop.
No, the flash got caught on it.
Yeah, the wall blocked the flash from Jonah P.
So they don't have information of towards A. That's going to keep some of the SEN players at least pinned towards that spot. Trailblazer has to be used to re-clear.
John still has 2 slows though. This looks like a nightmare to get through. I don't know that Teemo's going to be able to get value from his ult.
Yeah, we'll find out. He's going to be blinded up almost immediately at that. So that shows Stopper just against the back wall, but a TP up into the corner. Redux holding it down, but already he's going to be feeling that pressure. Good fight taken by 100 Thieves by Storm, and they're just surging into the B site. And Jonah P now.
Itu namanya pick satu-satu login aja.
First one taken out. It's one obstacle removed, but he's got 3 more to deal with. Plant down. Haunt has to be broken here, and 100 Thieves like their 3-2-1 swings. But we'll see. Probably off Bang's contact, holding down towards Hell. It's all handled there. 10 rounds for 100 Thieves.
This deathbally approach for 100 Thieves is now giving them a good reward across 2 rounds here. They contact right up to B-main and pop. And this is what we were discussing a bit earlier, how sometimes those slow-ups can be too late. It didn't actually stop Timotino from going for that fast blast pack route over towards New Box. And going 1-for-1 is fine if the rest of the 100 Thieves players just all have guns out behind and trade the defenders. The more the 100 Thieves are grouping together, the better the results actually. They're being able to deathball around and overwhelm the Sentinel's defense.
Jadi nungguin 100 Thieves timeout baru bisa ngasih
You got to try to navigate a double judge in this round though from Join and Cortesia.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Aneh banget, Cok.
There should be threats all across the place.
But
if 100 Thieves could win this crucial round, they probably take the map.
Emang G2 timnya Amerika sih memang, udah kayak RRQ.
It's going to be in tatters really, the Sentinels here. We'll see what they've got up their sleeves.
This guy's talking through it. It's a pussy dog.
We have all of mid, we have all of mid. Let's make this swap,
Bang, ini yang
They don't have B-main, they don't have B-main either. They have no info.
Sangat santuy.
Can we just
Ini 50 detik belum ada.
Okay. Look to B split. Okay, one ramp. Just watch B-main. Saw nothing.
Okay,
pump B, go A.
Pump B, go A. I agree. I'm gonna open ults on it.
I'm dogging now. Yeah. Room one. Get ropes. Let's go in, Dylan. Go in, guys. Go in.
Diusir lagi dari B.
Smoke screens, I'm gonna touch.
Now we'll judge.
Cortesia, ganteng sekali guys.
That is it. I mean, the silence deafening into the comments. We'll see what Bang can do from a spot like this. Already hit himself too. 15 seconds left with a spike. Surely irretrievable. Cryo just steps over it. A snake bite. Just biding his time. 11 seconds left, but tight to the corners. Jonah P. Playmaker. A difference maker. No more time left to play.
Bangnya nggak ikutan masuk.
With for 100 Thieves, it all just goes too wrong.
Terjauh, nggak mungkin ikutan masuk kan? Dia ikutan masuk.
Big play there, obviously. Cortesia with that judge in lamps.
Silver, Iron, Bronze ikut pasti jalan itu bareng-bareng berdua.
Yeah, but look at this. The call from 100 Thieves is pump B, go A. The idea being you're gonna throw a bit of util, try to draw util out on the B site. You're pump faking and then you head off in the other direction. But usually,
Top 10 most bullshit rounds of all time.
Yeah. Well, if you don't clear vent early, then you are going to run into that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's so common currently to just see judges in play.
Yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't the Viper, it would be the Neon, right? So, I don't know, man. I feel like you've got to use a bit of util earlier on in the round to clear that out because it's such a danger position. Keep mental up, though.
More smiles. Timotina, what a peek. Wow.
It's a nice entry. And that means no wall around the map to have to deal with. Makes things a lot easier for Vora.
Instant reaction over the Sentinels. They're going to re-clear up towards B main. That makes them certain that this is probably going to be landing over towards A. The flash connection, yep. So Jonah P gets the acknowledgement. At least one lurking around there.
They're going to need a big round again here, though, from Cortesia.
We see the 9-4 was being considered. They're using util to see if they can clear their way up through ramp. 50 seconds. All up now to block off one avenue to ensure that they don't get backstabbed in the process. 9-4 now scatters, but Cortesia now is going to do it. Jonah P! Slams the door in their faces, shuts them out of it. Bit of blind spam as well, just hoping for the luck of the draw. And Sentinels regrouping now. Cortesia has got help and backup is arrived. Spike drop down, 30 seconds left for 100 Thieves. It's about digging your way out. Redux accounting for the angle. Tired, rattling away. Vora claims his kill. 22 seconds left. The spike still is in just such a difficult spot. Cryo! Dismissed and swept away by Cortesia.
Another incredible round from the guy. 17 of 14.
That's crazy.
Winning every crucial scenario for SEN. I love this orb in main. Haven't seen other teams do it. Maybe SEN are not the first, but it allows Jonah P to put his back to A main because you can't get seen.
Yeah.
It's so tall and it's so like into the site. He can fully focus on A heaven. Manages to catch two. But the star of the round has got to be Cortesia at the end there, being able to pick up both of those headshots from long range on site. Said he needed to come out with a big one, and he delivers. 100 Thieves have maintained the lead throughout this half, but by a nice edge, by the thinnest of margins. And now they only lead by one and are coming in to an eco round. So this is the moment where Sentinels are going to look to try to equalize that 8-4 deficit they started the half with. We spoke about how these comps look defense-sided, and now the shoe is on the other foot. NBS is trying to figure out how to deal with his own ideas.
Exactly. Coming to fruition, isn't it? Timeout taken. It's the first one for 100 Thieves to see if they can find a way, and that goes to show how pressured they're really feeling. A spot like this, Sentinels got a lot to work with here. It's a pit as well. You can shore up your defense. Not too sure if you'd want to use it in a round like this when you're going up against the eco, but
yeah, probably for the next one on a rifle round. But they're going to
coba si Fora itu saling-salingin sama Jonapi sebelah kan. Tempel, deketin.
Running a wall that lets you flood in through heaven. So as the defenders here, you'd be able to run in behind this and get a lot of support in to help
di interview ya kan.
Jonapi Profesor slight jiggle.
Badannya kok kurus.
Everybody here
Anda diet.
Geared up. Bucky in Timoteeno's hands. The movement's got to be clean here, following forwards with that one. Oh, deleted. Not much Courtesy can do against that. Snake bite. Oh, Redux! He TP deep into the corner, unaccounted for, and still chops away 2. But Sentinels are the ones at a disadvantage. What is that?
It's a thrifty that's come out of absolutely nowhere, and Timoteeno delivers it right into the lap of 100 Thieves.
What is that?
He's up to 20 kills. I can't believe he landed the first Bucky kill, to be honest with you, man.
Ridiculous.
Look at that!
And then I'm not too sure if he's just spamming. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, so Redux is supposed to be TPing here, assuming that the Viper Wall stays up. I mean, he also got hit by the horns. Can't believe he got 2. And Timoteeno gets 4.
Is that just spam onto the Seekers?
Yeah, he's just spamming the Seekers, and there's 2 players behind it.
Yeah, okay.
And now Sentinels are the ones on an eco.
Just like that. Breathing room. Completely negated. Pixel of an angle to work with. Redux just slightly missing that shot, but a fast fight to be taken. 2 players blind, but Bang was just anti. Good protocols. 100 Thieves, they had a plan for that.
Yeah, very nice idea.
That
should be the round there from Timoteeno.
Cakep sih flashnya tadi, jujur. Cuma kan orang bisa nge-spray ya.
What does SEN have in their back pocket to throw more chaos into the mix?
Itu kalau orang.
I mean, because now he's got an ult up, they're 1 away from
the
res. Oh, hello. This is a nice idea. Fake wall. I mean, hey, on a thrifty. Why not?
Yeah.
Kalau di wall kayak gitu mah John Kitty.
Grouping up 100 Thieves knowing that they want to break this.
It's
Jerwin pede banget ya.
Jerwin. Let's see what that Bucky can do, man.
They are spelling danger.
Holding close, Bucky. That means business here. It's a stun onto himself as well, just to try and bail himself out, but the wall's not broken. Still they clear him out. It's a lot of damage.
Well, it forces the res at least.
It does. Lots have to be expended as a result of it. Timoteeno back into the fight. But hold on, there was already another Bucky waiting right round the corner, trying to play the timing for it, pre-aiming it up to the sky, but already the slow orb has slowed it all the way down. What happened to the bloody rocket? I'm not too sure.
No.
But Timoteeno's just wandering in time. 30 seconds left. Stunted at the bloody doorstep. Sentinels pull off miracles once more.
What an incredible couple of rounds there from the Thrifties. Because it's not just like random ideas, these are such cool stuff. The fake wall with Joan in front of it. Again, this orb from Courtesy is ridiculous. It lets him get on that angle. It's so difficult for 100 Thieves to get through. And then the slow orb, they're crawling it. What did happen to the showstopper?
Kalau lu ngepick
No idea.
Disappeared.
I got put away, not too sure. The slow orb though was perfect on it. Completely stopped the momentum of that push.
Does 100 Thieves have another thrifty round in the bag? That previous one was a set play.
See it. Pops the wall up now. You're right. Previous one was a set play. How much more can you really do?
Yeah, how deep is the strat book when it comes to thrifty ideas on split attack?
Pressuring each other. Perfectly for now. Sentinel still trying to stay in control. 1 HP. That's all he needs. Disengages and space is back filled up by Jerwin, holding for it. Stun there just in case. Sentinels. Most assuredly going to be up to even, 11 to 11.
The team play looks nice too. As they drop back, Jerwin fills the space, makes it very difficult for 100 Thieves. Lots of bait and switch plays.
Oke, Jonapi dari belakang, mari kita lihat.
Team's playing quite well actually. It feels like the levels increasing rather than decreasing as the series goes on. John shuts him down. And somehow, some way, not in the manner that I expected, we've got to 11-11.
Postingannya 13-10.
It's just pure craziness. Madness occurring between these two teams.
We've still got 2 to end regulation. This could easily go overtime.
Tapi di sini bagus banget sih.
I mean, Sen should be favored here.
Dengan santai
They're on
si Cryo
defense
nge-push
side.
anjing. Aku mau nge-push tadi tuh udah low banget dikasih sama temen-temen.
Generally been winning in this half.
1 HP.
Freaking goal. I cannot curse. That's freaking
Viper 1 HP. Push.
These things are matter.
Let's go, kita push.
Timeout taken.
Hilang.
Last one now for 100 Thieves.
Meme-memenya ditembak.
Pressure is on because this is the match. This is the series. Essentially, you cannot go out here.
Asli itu orang mirip banget kayak Napi anjing.
Map at least thinking,
oh yeah,
perhaps that they could bring it all the way to bind, but for now, Sentinels, like you said, they should be favored. Defense side on the Sage, you have a Viper's Pit to place down too. Simplifies your macro.
But for 100 Thieves, you've got to try to keep the frame of mind. We only really need to win one. Like, cause getting to overtime then resets where you get a couple of those defense rounds yourself and you're not constantly fighting uphill. It's a bit more even back and forth between you. But these next two, it's going to be difficult, honestly, for 100 Thieves to go 50-50 in these and even take it to overtime. Much less win them both, with what we've been seeing so far. Timotino's been a beast in some of the moments. I mean, the 4K he got on the Thrifty would be a miracle if he could repeat it in a spot like this. Spike's on the opposite side of the map to he and Vora.
Bit of pressure over towards B early. Could be cooking up a bit of a season aid, but Redux will have a TP to get out. In fact, he's just even faking that he has TP, crossing it up just a boombot early.
Oh, ke 12-11 nggak sih, boys?
It does keep them guessing, yeah, Timotino.
12-11 nih.
Diligent show.
Lu bawa ke 12-11 nih. Gua kasih tahu ya, 12-11 lu bawa ke 12-11 tuh skor, ya kan?
John's continuing to get good value out of this mid wall.
Bismillah, dijamin menang. Win rate lebih menangnya lebih kencang karena one day 100 pasti miskin orang. Ada ya.
The Sentinels, what do they choose to do? More activity.
Yeah, back to a more normal defensive setup from Cortezia though as well.
Explanation
So
kan, yo,
that's been getting them so much value. They actually double layered the Viper and the Sage wall in mid.
Nah ini kita lihat nih, ini udah bolak-balik kan tadi ke A, terus ke B, ini ke A lagi. Ini mau nunggu waktu mejaman kapan lagi nih? Lu mau masuk set mana? Waktu jalan terus, tinggal 30 detik. 30 detik tuh, bukan detik 30 udah harus milih lu mau masuk mana, Cok. 30 detik masih bingung, mau sana sini. Itu masih ada nggak? Wow,
and now as that smoke dissipates, looking to pop all the way in. Smokes here, forwards past the wall. Redux got it all to do, and more, but still brought down to his knees. Jerwin up there and out of there. He's already got his one. 3v3. Retake going to be played for here by Sen. And a safe plant. Not for main here for 100 Thieves. They're going to have to play tucked up onto site here. Wide swing, instant trade. Discipline reigning supreme for Sentinels. Still dicey business, not anticipating the bang could be there. TP adjustment, but covered by Vora. It's 100 Thieves to 12.
Di sebelahnya 12. Ya udah overtime lah ya.
Pair of hands from the IGL. Vora sends things home. But what an entry too from Timotino. He just had to fly in front of his own team's Sage wall to open things up. Here it is again. Rockets in, deletes John QT, and kind of cascades the opening for his squad here. A very slow approach to this attack half, just waiting out the Sage wall, thinking, all right, well, if John's going to use it early doors, we'll simply go for very, very late round execs. Do they have another one?
Operator here. Sitting in the slow, damage done, but a kill still claimed.
Almost a collab.
Almost, bang. There was a heal in the back pocket for Asuna. He'll be able to heal him all the way back up to 100.
Jerwin baru mau sliding itu, silanya tipis-tipis cabut, sap gitu kan. Oh, oke si Jerwin loh, dapat sih satu ya.
Got to see it again with Pit in mid, like he's moving around the map, constantly applying pressure in different areas. It's going to be so hard for 100 Thieves to get through this, but they do seem like they want to challenge it. They've got double Prowler, a Fade ultimate. If Timotino was alive, they could send it after it, but who's actually going to push off the back of this Fade util?
Spit goes down, it means absolutely everything. The highlights reveal it. Trades instant again, 100 Thieves. Pure discipline. So it's finding it. John QT trying to assert himself. The read, the wall, he's walling him up potentially. Perez, he's trapped over. Cryo, whoa! Execution style. 100 Thieves not finished though. 2v2. Dropping down, flooding in. The blind connects. John QT feeling that squeeze already. What the hell is occurring? Safe plant in order, but for 100 Thieves, it's feeling like it. Surely this is it. Jonah P, a 1v2. to keep them in the map, or will we be going to bind? Positioning accounted for, first one locked on, bang, back at the site, spotted out, the flash, the wrap around, swinging at it, the Professor! He comes up clean, and that is top bloody marks!
He's gonna need to do a class on how to run those sky flashes all the way around Pillar for the clutch. What was this round, man?
This is ridiculous.
John half clears the box, traps Cryo in here, gets the res, Cryo gets the kill with the shorty anyway. John kills him while he's jumping.
Untung aja itu udah low.
And the bird goes round the world.
Udah ketahuan jadi udah sempat.
Schools in session. Oh my God, we're going OT.
Okay.
And
that's earned a bit of respite here for Sentinels. A timeout. After they burnt 2 of them in the first half.
Bro, that's crazy. They're ripping the timeout before we've even played an OT round. By the way, just for the folks at home, you get more time at the beginning of the OT anyway compared to the normal moments, right? Because you're like, there's a bit more of a break, a bit more downtime for your team to discuss things, but Ewok wants to talk to them early before, because this was the problem half, right?
The attack side.
Yes,
right?
And Sen are about to go back into attack, yeah. So just getting in real early. I think if we can pull some differences aside, 100 Thieves on defense, Asuna was trying to use the walls on the outsides of the map much more. He was looking to lock off A main a ton, and they were also doing this B main protocol on defense where they were throwing, you know, a slow orb or a one-way smoke, the boom bot, these kind of things. And 100 Thieves are putting a premium on B main control. So there are strategic things that Ewok can read into here. But as for what the correct adjustment is, do you dominate mid because that's where the Sage isn't going to be? For the moment, it looks like, again, there was this horn play over towards A that Sen might have to try to dodge.
It's going to be a fake TP and I think a slow orb into B main. Faking like they're taking control of it.
Both teams play the Sage macro really well. I'm enjoying it.
Delight to watch.
What a map.
Both of these teams are pushing each other to the brink. The Sentinels, a chance now earned to see if they can close this one out for 100 Thieves. Just looking to stay alive.
Maybe expecting there that Sen were going to contest them over this space early. But 100 Thieves stay in control of B main.
Emang game rusak anjing udah.
Over the top.
Yeah.
Horn actually to clear a potential aggressive play from Kotzia. So he popped both of the pieces of his Viper util.
Pasti kata kepet senjata lu benerin tuh first bullet itu anjing.
Now he's jiggling.
As the C's ready.
Harusnya pala jadi nggak pala. Karena kayak gitu dah.
With the wall up though, he's going to be using that Prowler, gets the connection. Deep TP up towards Ram. This is Redux with a rapid takeover alongside Jerwin. They're sending this one full throttle at that minute mark. Wall to cut it up. This is the playbook out of 100 Thieves zone, but Vora up onto the high ground and accounted for. Still, Redux trying to make the most, but Asuna is beaming him down in a choke. And Vora still sitting with his back to the wall. Bullet shredding the opposition here. Jonah P barely alive at all, but he's found that window. Adjust the aim once more. His trades intact. Asuna, Timotino, leave it all to John, leave it all to John. And now in a 1v1.
He has a res when he gets his plant, but I don't know that he's going to be able to play for it.
He's guessing where Timotino is. He doesn't know where he is.
He's got no idea.
Wants to pull him out. And the longer this goes, the worse it gets for him. 20 seconds remaining. He has to commit at some point. Can't rotate. Has to go for it. Another tap on 10 HP. Timotino! He just needed the one bullet, and he made it count.
The fear from John, because Timo could have been in any of those spots, any of those timings. And because he's paranoid about where the defensive raise could be, Timotino just gets all the time in the world to sneak up on him.
Udah kena ding sih masalahnya pas tadi nembak Asuna ini kena ding tuh.
So tough in that 1v1. Pressure onto Sentinels, but we're expecting the defending teams here to have advantages. This OT could go for a while.
It's an off in Jerwin
with the op.
And this is some fake B pressure. They're actually taking this control already. The moments! They meet each other head to head. Comes down to who was able to press that TP faster.
Yeah, and the defenders normally have an advantage in that kind of spot. That's why you saw 100 Thieves go for it in the previous round too. Courtesy is
fuel running out. Repositions though, it's a tight timing. Giving up control towards it, that is just an instinctual play. Shot through the smoke, connects directly to the dome for a drop.
Massive advantage for the defenders here again.
Males banget anjing latihannya tajam banget.
In all likelihood, OT continuing. Unless 100 Thieves can pull something ridiculous out the bag. Asuna and Timatino are looking for a contact play into Redux.
What a shot! Fade away. Immediately going back to that more passive position, but he's already done the damage, already done the work. At this point, you don't want to give away any unnecessary kills to let 100 Thieves back in.
Hotel tuh ngapain setting nih? Udah peranginnya perang-perangin. 2 lawan 3 kayak 2 lawan 5. Basinnya jadi.
He really has. He's mixed in the discipline with the playmaking very nicely.
Yeah, right when they needed it. Smoke. This is a safety net to play around here. He knows that this is where 100 Thieves are looking to end.
Okay,
Onto that high ground, drop down, just as aim in time. And plays in corners here. Flawless here for Sentinels, 13-13. We go again.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Another opportunity to think about how the defense is playing this.
TP-nya barengan.
Little jiggle there as well.
Oh, kibat lagi skor itu nembak tuh kena pora ini.
B-main has been such a crucial area at the start of these rounds.
Attackingnya sih jelek banget, tapi tadi juga bagus ya. Attackingnya sih mid tuh bagus ya, Sentinel. Defendingnya sih oke. Attackingnya rada-rada mid baku kan.
Sentinels get another chance here on the attack side.
Jangan kayak gitu-gitu ya, Mas Krayo ya.
Good spam.
Mas Krayo nggak boleh kayak gitu. Regen tuh nggak sih? Sage sih. 20 hard loh. Sage ingat gitu 87 sampai 80 kayak kalau ketemu. Kalau nggak diri sendiri kocak kan.
Looking to piece out where the Sage Wall could be.
Dua hati. Ya, nggak dapet.
Just a swing into it. Cortezia not ready for that kind of aggression with Yuto behind it. But a snakebite does the job. Softens up Jerwin.
Kata gua kan attackingnya doang.
Massive advantages once more to them.
Yeah, Sen felt like they had to try to force a play there, and they had the timing. Can't let 100 Thieves just sit pretty 5v4.
Look how difficult this is. I mean, Redux, he has to break this wall, but it's a deadly job.
Yeah, it's still on the outside of the map. Asuna's been going for that more often, but this is a mid-round timing. I think it's even harder to get through, rather than ripping it at the start of the round.
Attackingnya rada
aneh. Made to potentially split into B.
Another 3v5 for the attackers though, it's so tough.
It's almost impossible here. Bang's position is just filthy. Sat back onto the box, could be able to catch their contact. Look at this.
30 seconds.
Devious angle.
It's quite nice from Sen though.
Yeah, it does give a lot of space up towards Heaven, but Cryo accounts for it, already filling up the gaps. Redux forwards, Cryo's just taking over. Redux, it's all in his hands, but an impossible spot, isn't it? Spike. Retrieval.
The spike with 10 seconds left. Good luck. There's never been a less winnable round in the history of Valorant there. Which team is going to be able to get over the line with an attack round?
Masa game
I mean, that's what's going to do it at this point, surely.
That's the question.
Cryo very beginning and gets the heal, recovers. Ends up shutting all of this down.
That's real clean.
Now, Bang went for the teleport in B main previously. They're not going to expect him to do it again.
No, surely not. I mean, listen, there's mind games when it gets this late into OT.
Sure.
The little elements, both Omens trying to read each other, get to grips of it, and Bang just goes for it again.
Yeah.
Like you said, don't expect it twice in a row.
No, exactly. Si Bang tuh TP-nya nggak,
angle-nya nggak cocok pas ketemu sama Reobus, ketemu di kanan. Oke, bisa reduksi duluan.
This one propped up. Signals that Jerwin's going to be receiving a bit of action soon enough here. He's got the wall. Bail him out for a second, couple of shots. Bit of a handshake here with the lead, but Boomwalk broken. Horn sidestepped. Mid control is theirs for 100 Thieves. Looking to take it one step further forwards. That wall, unusual place for it, but still walked all the way up. They've got a wall of their own, haven't they? They're thinking about it.
I mean, that would be a crazy play to go for in OT.
They've done it before. I think they're thinking about it.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Contact it up. Be a prime spot to do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can read their minds.
The paranoia play as well?
No,
they're just going for it.
Wall up, Jerwin hears it though, knows that they're up and over towards that. A stun claims the lives of two, potentially no. Sidestep, but still a kill is theirs. Redux, blinded, has to get out of dodge, and what an audacious TP. Bang immediately shut down, and a follow through to Matino. Sat back down to that spectator seat. In all likelihood, we will be going once more. Another round here of OT, unless we see a miracle round. Cryo, Asuna here together. Swiftly dealt with though by Jerwin, 14-14.
Dengan santainya,
you can tell it's an overtime game because people are coming up with ideas on ideas, you know, throwing the same looks at people, anticipating that the punish won't be there. I'm referring to the B main play. And then going for the Sage Wall over the Sage Wall, something we haven't seen at all in regulation, as far as I can remember anyway. But definitely a tool in the Sage v Sage matchup. You gotta get funky to win an attack round right now, because these teams are looking clinical on defense.
Going blow for blow.
Itu adik-adik ya, bisa lah attackingnya bener dikit gitu. Biasa pakai time mode nih.
Aggressive TP from Redux this time.
Pakai time mode 1.
Cortesia got double faced
by
Tino and Fora in the previous attack round for Sentinels. So this time he's called for reinforcements. Jerwin's here.
Sentinels conditioned from that deep push from 100 Thieves. One of the defensive rounds that they ended up opting in. They're just holding for now, but are looking to see if they can get a bit more space. The slow up does make it difficult. Trailblazer doesn't actually clear as much as they were hoping.
Flash
on top of it, that sidestep as well, I believe. No acknowledgement. Pocket, a window of opportunity. Vora! Cleaned up. Decapitated. What's the answer now? 100 Thieves double up, group up, and they do take the fight together.
But do they think about Jerwin? Did they spot it?
Sails straight. Pass! Whoa, what a lineup! What is that? Hits the corner, spoils the surprise. Jerwin was hoping that would be the corner for. Jonah P just needs a pocket to play in. The call is made. Make your way over towards A. No more time to really think about this spot. 35 seconds remaining. Jerwin.
Best time for an attack team in a round.
Dia bisa bakal ke sono. Tahunya pas buat kena pinggiran tuh.
Tomatino just steps into it. Still forwards. Cryo is there. Holds them back. And for Sentinels, it's going to take brute force, going to take much more already. They're just being chopped to pieces. Time against them. An opportunity, but the movement just clean enough here. Asuna spinning and twirling in the air. Takes the time perfectly to fight.
SEN had an opportunity there. 4v4, and they isolated 2 anchor players on A. That was the best chance that an attack side team has had the whole of OT. But they couldn't convert. 100 Thieves still strong, still getting good value out of their anchors. And I like that they've made this decision to go and fight aggressively into the A lane. Cryo's just so comfortable in spots like that.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. This 100 Thieves squad have got 2 really good anchor players in Cryo and Bang. When they play, you know, bunker compositions like this,
where they can just react to what's happening.
Comps like this just suit them so much.
We see if SEN can keep it going once more on the defense side. Again, these teams have had struggles on the attack.
100 Thieves always getting up to map point though, because they start first on defense.
Yeah.
More pressure for SEN.
Gotta clear it out of your minds. Flash. Acknowledgement there. Nice and early, but that B main control is there for 100 Thieves, and they might look to just pop it straight into this. Prowler. Let's see if they can pull some util out. This isn't a hard committal by any means.
I'm looking to draw the wall out of John as well.
Yeah. Counting 1 Sage slow. There's the wall. Immediately broken. Played well by 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I like this defaulting, but the question is now, where do you end? You've drawn out the utility, you've given yourself an advantage, but you don't have mid control, and you don't have any map. So, are you just going to go back into a B-pop, even though you've pulled the defenders here?
Apparently. Both teams are wondering what's happening with mid, because they both left it vacant.
Yeah. I mean, I like the defaulting so far, but I'd like to see them not end with just this B exactly. See if they can work.
The high smoke just drops down, gives that window of opportunity and a bit of spam. Well, that could be paying dividends. The Horn just goes too close, but a wall up to high-low setup just on the fly. Forwards again, these C's going to be missing, going wide. Jerwin, aim trained on that high ground. Like a hawk, he's just going to be watching for the fight to come to him. And now on to John QT! Saves him right when they needed it!
Bro, dengan santainya masuk ke dalam semua.
15 to 15.
Nice.
Nobody can find an attack round here. No ults coming online in overtime. You just gotta win these rounds. You gotta find some way of creating advantages for yourself. And it's so tough.
How do you do it?
I mean, even there with the B-pop.
Yeah.
Ya kira-kira ini ya, kalau time mode sih, VCT Arena sih.
The B-side players will be trying to anchor in those positions. Flood out all at once, the death ball that was working for 100 Thieves occasionally on attack.
Oh, laki-lakinya ternyata potan. Oh, ya, pas
Adjustments on adjustments.
16,
Attention
15
is
gitu
sky
kan.
high.
18,
Same kind of thing over here
19,
towards
19 di
A
bawah
ramp.
20.
These two holding hands. They went
Orang
aggressive
kayak
in the
tadi lagi
previous
dong.
round.
Dia mati aja langsung gitu, nggak pikir jelek banget.
This seems to be where Sentinels are putting the priority in terms of their strategy. The adjustments are, can we make something happen with an A ramp lurk?
Spam. Dangerous work. Up, slow. Skipped past for now, bit of anti-synergy, but it just cleared away into vents. Minute mark. Now drifting down, Sentinels. They hit a wall.
Yeah, the wall over deep in B heaven. You have to commit quite a lot into B heaven in order to break that, and that means you're going to be slower on this A split, if indeed that's even where you're going. I mean, the spike at the moment is just sat in ramen. SEN are still figuring out where they want to end.
I mean, they can hop up over this wall too if they wanted to.
Restream udah berapa
It's a
jam
little
ini
bit
gua?
further back, but I believe that angle watch for, yeah, it's accounted for. Bang. Holding, expecting that to be the play.
Jerwin's going to go and pick up the spike.
They get it now, 30 seconds remaining. It looks like the players...
They're going to try to hit the timing as the wall goes down?
Expires, yeah, hoping that it is the weaker side. They will be correct in that.
Nice call.
Once more, it is made. John, sort of wall primed, he's up towards the top. I think they just spotted it out, but there's a flash into the face. Dropping down, Jonah P! Matters not, but only 14 seconds left. Got to get a move on, got to clear these players. Out of dodge, Sentinels, barely in there. Plan's starting to go down, and Nade rebounds, and it's down! Jerwin, who paid for it with his life, but that might be exactly the play they needed. Sentinels to break the stalemate, to get an attack side round. It will mean absolutely everything the post-plan played for. A high-low here. Waiting for it, Timatino. See if he can bait it out. A few shots rattling out. Leads his one, but already he's just taking bullets to the dome, straight through the wall, straight through the box. Cryo right there, blinded up toe, and he's going to be finished. Cortezia holding. Patience pays off. The attack side round wants to break it first. It's all Sentinels.
It's their first time in overtime getting up to that match point, and they're favored to convert it. Everyone's been winning the defense rounds up until this point. And I'll tell you what, Brent, even with perfect calling from John QT, this round was 1 second away with German's plan from all going awry. They had to, because they had to wait out the wall for so long.
If it was 1 second delayed, there was no more time to plant.
No, not at all. So it shows you how difficult these rounds are going to be. And the pressure on 100 Thieves right now is immense. I don't think it's unreasonable to say they came into this game as the favorites. Maybe not heavy favorites. We don't know what this new SEN with German was going to look like. But with what 100 Thieves had done in kickoff, the expectations for this team as a dark horse to maybe make some kind of run, to finish up towards middle to top of the group, this would be a big blow and a great win for SEN to put on the board.
It really would. I mean, like we said at the beginning, they're already sitting at 0-1 as a result of circumstances. It was out of their hands, right?
Yeah.
They had to play with subs, and there was other issues at hand. We won't go into it, but for them to get a win here would mean everything. We'll be going level into the group. It means, I mean, really does mean everything for your playoff odds.
It absolutely
It's crazy
does.
to say at this point, we're only in week 2, but...
No, it's super important, especially when you're competing against a team that's in a similar position to you. And those are the games that matter the most in this format.
As you get to week 5, and suddenly the head-to-head matters. If you're 1 versus 100 Thieves.
But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. 100 Thieves have pulled out some miraculous moments when they've been under pressure in this map.
We'll see if they can do it again. Will we go another round, or will it all be SEN? Jerwin, defense side with the operator, up on top of the wall. Orb's being vacuumed up, and they're going to leave Jerwin as that insert.
Yeah, it's a little bit similar to the thrifty round idea that they had, where they put him with a Bucky in front of it. If Cryo goes to try to break this, he's got a nasty surprise.
Just barely. The elbow spotted out, and the shot rings out, so they know. Surprise is spoiled. Jerwin has that on the defense side operator.
Chill aja gitu loh, nggak usah buru-buru banget loh. Baru tangan tadi loh, tadi itu baru dengkul. Enggak tangan, baru sikut loh keluar. Kena aja kagak. Masih sikut itu yang keluar. Soalnya lu belokin dikit, wobeng kena kali.
Because John committed it so early, there's still 50 seconds for 100 Thieves to play with.
Faking the B-pop. Again, trying to pull out the util. Wait it out, though, for now. Both of these teams stewing in a spot like this. All of Heaven given up here to seize and an aid in through the back. Redux has been playing there, but he would have had the TP to get out anyway. Still, They maintain composure, control over towards B. Having control here for 100 Thieves. The mad wrap around is going to be a sprint to try and get to the rest of the pack here, and all the pressure onto these anchoring players. John QT, Jonah P. What can they do? Can they push this back? Can they stave it away? Cryo just deletes him. Jonah P on Jerwin trying to answer back. Push back all the way. 100 Thieves get themselves into the post-plan situation. Planet for Heaven, no control of ramp, no control at all. The positioning, not ideal for 100 Thieves. It could give SEN a win.
I don't know, Timotino and Vora have actually got a wrap around to Heaven if they wanted to play for it.
Wall up. Potentially looking for the cross. The operator not ideal as well. The weapon at hand, dropping it down, clearing the way. These players tuck tight. Triangle crossfire set up here. Bang! Instantly at that. Just takes over, shuts it down and away. We will go again.
Incredible response from 100 Thieves. The best round that Vora's called on attack in this map, in my opinion. Really beautiful stuff. Knowing that John uses earlier walls than Asuna on defense side, you just wait it out, still have 50 seconds to play with, and crucially, a really underlooked element of that, they pump faked the fake on B. So it felt more real because they didn't hard commit to it, and the defenders couldn't figure out whether it was real, whether it was a fake, whether they'd cancelled the hit, and everyone was still bundled around B main. Beautiful stuff, and we're back to 16-16.
It is taking the best out of these teams. Calling to see if they can find a way forwards. Slight gap in the wall, Asuna. It's given a window to play within. Chooses to back away now. Very similar ideas, in fact, from both teams. Look at Timotino, he's also got the op up there.
Yeah, layers on layers, though.
And SEN are anticipating a proactive push. There's 4 of them waiting.
I don't feel like I've seen Vora play so aggressively in B main on defense. He's hoping that Redux maybe takes that contact.
Oh my God, Azir! The jiggle not enough to bait a shot out. It's Timotino who holds his cool. Redux forwards! Tries to take matters into his own hands, but dealt with. Blinds to push them back. 3 players now from SEN. At this point, kind of held you through it. The wall immediately broken, bang. Down towards that hell position. It's an instant trade, but trade's not quite good enough. You need more than that. Sentinel still at that disadvantage.
I don't know that
Tidak dimanfaatkan dengan baik, guys.
I'm not too sure, surely.
Si Bro malah beli OP dalam posisi defending.
Just holds onto the space. He knows that that's how you play for the win cons in a spot like this. And caught on the cross. John looking to clear, leaves it all up to John. He's not going to get any more easy ones here. This is 100 Thieves playing with all that discipline. Instant peak. Cryo with 3. And 100 Thieves take back that lead.
They run the exact same idea that Sentinels had just run on the defense side. And Cortesia, not quite as cautious as Cryo was, threw in a little bit of a jiggle, just didn't bait out the shot, ended up walking into it. Redux, as soon as they're down 4v5, Redux is making a play every time. And I love the proactivity from him, but he couldn't quite finish the rest of his meal. He TP'd into B Heaven, caught a player in the middle of a reload, but couldn't quite get the kill.
Risks at the right times, but not quite paying off.
100 Thieves have had so many chances to close this map, but it's all been on the attack side.
Yeah. See if they can do it again.
At some point, surely.
One of these teams has got to give. Pressure on, this time mid-control, aim at a game. It's an area that hasn't been watched for! Jerwin dropped! Instant wall going to be used. Player advantage situation, 100 Thieves. They cut noise, look to stew here. Trailblazer needs to be broken. Rapid plays on plays, Cortesia. It's a risky one at that. Prowler spots him, he needs to kill, and he needs them now! Jonah P and Cortesia have surely done enough! Absolutely unreal! The chair's got walkabout!
That's a mad round, an absolutely mad round. I don't like the positioning, but I don't care. It doesn't matter.
At this point,
he is so caught out.
Window, man.
No, absolutely. I mean, you can tell it's an overtime game because players are making decisions like this. They go for the high-low, though. Real great adaptation from Jonah P to go and support Cortesia there.
That's unreal.
They were trying to get an aggressive crunch. onto Cryo, and then you can just hear the troops. Speaking of which, look at this.
Go.
A fast play from SEN.
Trying to pop in. It's a Sage slow. Immediately lay it down. Asuna looking to see if he can lay down a few more bullets while he's at it.
None of these teams have really been trying to throw in fast pops because how could you?
Rebounding as well to clear the way. Spots out 2 players there with that jump spot. That's going to be calling for reinforcements. Asuna claims a kill. Sentinels look to slow this down.
The wall is blocking off the A choke point. Redux again putting himself in position to be the playmaker. Wanted to try to take a fight into A Heaven, but he doubles up with Jonah P. And there could be a potential clash in mid too. No, Vora backs off from it.
It's 100 Thieves. They overextend themselves. They got 3 players anchoring over towards A. Spawn area just being watched by Timotina.
I mean, at some point here, things are going to go so long that the attacking IGLs are going to start calling crazy stuff like contacting into spawn.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be some ridiculous rounds coming up if this keeps going.
Already spawn out, create pressure over towards the B side of the map to make the A side weaker. Can't really do that with just a Sage and a Viper.
When you're 4v5 and you're on the attack side, you're going to take risks.
Going to try and make the most of that. Bit of spam into the corner. See if he can keep these players locked in check. He's breaking records here. Sneaking past Asuna. Dropped. 12 seconds though, and they're going to do a cryo. Trade is there. Plant. Potential for the wall is slapdash. Cortezia. It decapitates Timotina now, and the cross is already accounted for. It's all him and more. 3 kills. Pit dropped down. Trying to buy a bit of that space, but bang. Spamming away. Wants to play in a DTP, leaving them questioning what's going on. 9 bullets left, can't commit to it, and Redux watches the angle. It's up to 18. He takes a stand. You might as well take a bow as well, because we were just about to mention it. He is breaking records. The most kills in one map in stage 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an 18-17 game that maybe shows no signs of stopping, but these final 2 rounds have been on him, right? They have actually been in really difficult situations, Sentinels, and he has come out with big plays when required. Yeah. And it's another opportunity for SEN to close things on defense. Last time they got into this position, 100 Thieves responded with a beautiful kind of double pump fake. Vora called a brilliant round to get 100 Thieves back in it with their backs against the wall.
IGL has pressed to the limits, and now it stands on Vora's shoulders. What can you do? How do you bail yourself out? Shots fired. Cortez here, lucky to be alive. Barely limping away from that engagement. The Haunt doesn't quite clear all the way, but Steve's happy to take the space regardless.
Joe again posted on the Steve line. Yeah, but the more that they give up space in A Heaven, Cortezia has got to stay in that area, because otherwise, in theory, somebody could be walking behind Joe.
Allahu Akbar, Jerun masih OP lagi,
He's ahead of the
angle bagus nih.
Comes out of the reactions once more.
Bagus banget nih angle nih.
100 Thieves.
Parah nih, bagus banget nih.
Out the shots. The Prowler. It's going to make things difficult. Paranoia on top of it. Neon, you got the movement there to really get the hell out of dodge, but up towards ramp now. Cortezia, snake bite. Primes and let loose now. They realize they've lost control of this one, and it's collapsed from 100 Thieves being cooked up beautifully. Trailblazer might have just spotted out 2 of them. They rebound. Only 38 seconds left, and this looks like very much an all-in. 100 Thieves. What options do you have? Moving forwards, and this is getting crazy now. Up towards Heaven, Cortezia spotted, guns out, spam into the corner, but this is Asuna being claimed. Regardless, Jerwin finds it. Jonah P meets the wall. Head-to-head, face-to-face, Timotina finished entirely. It's SEN City reigning supreme.
And it's what a match! It's Join to find the final kill again. On both maps. But Cortezia, to me, man, he is the guy that finally breaks that overtime. Yeah. 19-17, putting himself in uncomfortable positions and making magic out of it. You're right, what a match. That was an incredible way to finish things. Two teams running defense-sided compositions, and a massive test of how they wanted to run the attack.
I mean, we were treated. Matches like that, maps like that, when you see it, and it feels like it's devolving a little bit sloppily towards the end, but I feel like both of these teams, the pressure was making them play better. They were having to come up with answers for John QT, ways to distinguish themselves on the attack side of split there. Retreated to an absolute highlight reel of Valorant.
Yeah, a fantastic response as well after 100 Thieves beat SEN earlier on in the year. We were talking about the rivalry. And actually this year it might be one.
Yeah.
You know, in previously, SEN have always had their number. But it could well be a bit more of a back and forth affair. SEN will be so happy that Jerwin's debut has resulted in a victory. A 2-0 victory.
2-0 victory.
They were pushed. Don't get me wrong, that was a fantastic game. But at the end of the day, yeah, 2-0 clean in terms of the maps. Some really nice things that they showcased as well. Despite being pushed here, this was not SEN, you know, really ever letting things slip. It's just incredibly difficult to run attack rounds against 100 Thieves Sage ideas.
As proven when we saw the rounds play out for listen, Sentinels, they're going to be more than happy with this one here as they draw level now into the groups in terms of their overall score. 1-1. Against a team like 100 Thieves that they are going to be competing with potentially for a playoff spot. Later down the line, winning a potential head-to-head against them is massive.
Yeah, they've got challenges coming up for sure. I mean, they ended this group stage by playing against Furia, by playing against NRG.
It's tough.
Yeah, those are difficult games for sure. But this has been a good test today. You got to see the real version of Sentinels. You got to see what their vision looks like, how they want to use the players, how much Jerwin wants to play Neon, how much he wants to op, how much Redux is comfortable being a playmaker, what does the calling structure look like. All of these things finally got tested in a way against an even opponent as well. You got to learn so much about how this squad is going to look moving forward.
Thank you guys
Next week they play against Evil Geniuses.
See you on the next stream.
This is an interesting group.
I mean, EG testing teams as well. There's no slouches right now in America. So it feels like teams are playing up to certain levels. But for now, I'm going to send it down to Liz. She's on the stage for that Verizon post-match interview. Take it away.
Thank you so much. And yes, SEN City, let me hear you one more time because I'm then the Professor Jonah P here for you. I mean, my first question for you, and I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, Jonah. I mean, talking about being a part of this SEN City moment, being welcomed by the fans. One of the most supportive, loud fan bases we have in all of VCT. You stepping in stage one, talk to me.
I couldn't hear anything. Amin is trying to call, John QT's trying to call when we won one of the 8 OT rounds, and I just couldn't hear anything because the crowd was so loud.
How does it make you feel?
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. We won a round, and then John is like, yo, everyone hype up the crowd. We all like turn around. It was so fun. Like, this feeling's amazing.
Like a conductor. I mean, first win of the stage, especially with the team. Coming in with Jerwin, right? First time. And you've been scrimming for a while. Yeah. But talking about playing with Jerwin, you know, coming from it, just like you, coming from Challengers, right? Coming from Tier 2. What has that been like? And what was it like playing with him on the stage for the first time today?
I mean, playing with him has been amazing. You know, I think we've been pretty hard on him in the way, you know, he's a rookie, you know, so we kind of have to be hard at like molding him into the system, but he's been amazing. You know, he takes feedback super well, and he's just a silent killer. And I'm so happy we got to play with him today.
Isn't it crazy? You used to be like the rookie, and now we're looking at you as like this senior.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, something I do want to ask you is, you know, I've been watching you for years, right?
Yeah.
I've known you as the supportive player, the clutch player. Watching you today and watching you just in general, it just seems like you're a different player, Jonah. You are more aggressive. You're playmaking. And I literally had to DM someone who knows smarter than me, and I was like, hey, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And they went, yes, I am. You know you are. Thank you so much. But talk to me. Do you agree with what my read? Because you just seem like you're just kind of playing like just with everything out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my play style. Even today after the game, Ewok came up to me. He's like, you sounded like a leader today, and, you know, made me feel good hearing that from my coach. Yeah. But yeah, I think we have a lot of freedom in the system. But at the end of the day, if John QT has a call, like, we stick by that. But in the mid round, like, I help out as much as I can. Like, my teammates, you know, like, fall back, go forward, push this.
You sound like a leader today.
I was doing that, and, you know, I didn't surprise myself. I always knew I had to have it in me, but today I felt like I took over and just helped it a lot.
Well, that's the question I want to ask you before I send over to match point. It just seems like you and the boys get along so well. Like, watching you guys for the 8 OT rounds, as you said, you know, dapping each other up. You know, I know even before that, we saw the player cams, you joking around.
Oh my
what has it been like playing with this team now in stage one?
This team is honestly everything. You know, since day one, I felt super welcomed. And, you know, even the fans, you know, me and the fans have a lot of history, you know, being on the opposite side, but, you know, everybody's super welcoming, and I just have so much support over here, and I'll trade it for nothing.
But You love Jonah? Let Jonah know. Come on. Well, thank you so much and congratulations. We're going to send it over to Match Point.
So proud of you.
Show me, Jerry. Welcome to Match Point, and as you can see, we got some ping pong going on here. That's right, we're playing a special edition of VCT Supreme. While I go ahead and take opportunities to poop on a very mediocre movie that I'm glad didn't win any awards. Outside of it, we have Jerwin Cortesia. Fellas, pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure.
Cortesia, my man, what did you eat this morning? What was in the breakfast?
Okay, it wasn't the food. Today I had a pretty good session with God in my morning.
Okay.
I was sitting here in the riot. I didn't have time to read my Bible in the morning, so I read here on Riot, and I felt so good.
Okay.
I had a message from God, and today was our day, so.
Hey, dude, and it was your day, my man. It was your day. Trust the system, I guess.
Jerwin,
first time here on the stage. You're already back
Yeah,
here
guys,
for
thank
Match
you
Point.
for
I already
listening.
have you playing ping
Bye-bye.
pong. How does it feel to be here, man, and to get that win, and also be the guy who got the last kill, put the stamp on it?